Hello everybody and welcome back to the Dev Plays The Crucible of Avarice using the Animite Tales tabletop RPG system. This is now episode 51 and we now have the gang back at it again. As last episode, as they are continuing their fight festival on Anarche's island, the team are now up against the Huskonian team, which is which has the 5 fighters known as Yadonze the Ice Mage, Quadvia the martial arts master of Huskonia, E101 the Time Reaper, Cilia Liddy the strongest Huskonian, and finally you have the Power Reaper known as Tendra Grum. It has been 3 matches so far, and 2 out of those matches have actually spelled defeat for the Kings of the Hill team so far, as Aldous and Fletcher tasted defeat at the hands of both E101 and Quadvia. However, Anarche was able to simply and easily defeat Yadonze. We now go over, as Anarche has walked away from the team, overhearing funny enough, the Omegans team saying something about a vessel and how that they are disgusted at E101, which has even caught Anarche's ear due to the fact that Humoriel, also known as the Cherubim of Silliness, has actually lost a lot of his silly demeanour and has actually begun speaking almost quite, I guess you could say, spitefully. As this is continuing on, Aldous and Fletcher, I was actually going to ask, what are the two of you doing prior to this match, as they're now asking for the next fighter to head up, which will either be Stan or Felix.
Was it visually obvious that Anarche just up and disappeared?
Yes, yeah. Considering you guys usually consult him for the quote-unquote plan he's got.
Fletcher might be a bit curious and see where he's wandered off to.
Fair enough. You go off in pursuit of him as you see where he is. There is now only 3 of you in the stands. Aldous, Felix, and Stan.
At least you get it out at the beginning.
Who's it look like it's going to be the next person in?
Again, you guys are always the ones who choose. So the only 2.
No, I don't mean that. But considering I think everyone else went, is it then? Who's in the ring at the moment?
No one's in the ring. Remember, you guys are always the first to go in the ring. That's the downside for the Kings of the Hill. So
who are the 2 left?
Well, Felix, looks like you're up first.
Fair enough.
you notice that the only 2 that are left are Tendra and Cilia. Cilia, by the way, is standing in at 3 meters tall, big, bulky female. She has rather short hair, but her entire body just basically screams physical fighter, and she doesn't seem to have any weapons on herself. Tendra, on the other hand, does actually carry a jute by her side, and she's got a very small, thinner frame. She's actually nowhere near as tall as Cilia. However, she is taller than most average humans, as she's almost around about 7 feet.
Okay.
Right.
That's just my question done. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else got anything they want to do before Felix heads up to the podium, or should we just get started with the combat?
No? Anybody at all? Okay.
No one's not even going out for ice cream or anything.
Well, you know what, Felix? I guess it's your time to shine.
All right, I will transform before going in. Obviously.
Okay. Can you roll me? SPMA?
Yep. That's
20. Awesome. All right. Anything else?
I think for now that is it.
Okay. So, you head in.
Mhm.
As you head in, Cilia begins walking in as well. As she gets in, she stands in the center of the arena, about 2 meters apart from you. As Pinky announces that the two fighters are currently standing against each other are Felix, one of the strongest superhumans in the world currently right now, and Cilia Liddy, also known as the strongest Huskonian in Huskonia. Who will win this bout of berserkers and fighters as these two clash their fists? As we now see who will fight as we begin. Roll me move speed.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Something tells me I won't be going first.
There is a good chance that this won't. Yep.
The dice give the exact number.
The dice give, and the dice taketh. The
I mean,
dice giveth, and the dice
plus,
taketh.
you had a plus 15, no
I
matter what you...
I don't know what you're talking about, Juice. Anyway.
The floor is yours.
I am just now looking at something. Okay. What she basically does is she pretty much like strikes her hand into like her left hand into her right fist, and you start beginning to sort of see almost like her body sort of glow for a second, as she then like reels back her left hand and goes in for a strike.
Okay. I'm going to just try and dodge. Oh well.
You can still try.
I can still try. So that'd be what, acrobatics?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I guess they would either that or evasion, but it's the same modifier, which is, since Dex, it's plus 13.
Yes.
I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
You're getting hit you are getting hit with this attack as she winds up to hit you. As she strikes you with. And that's a punch to the face, dealing.
Okay. Is that full 62 or?
I'm afraid it is. It is indeed. Oh, actually, hang on a sec. No, I have to roll something.
I got physical resistance. I
know. I have to roll something. No, actually, it does take away the damage from that, so I have to have a look at that. So that's 8 plus 10. So taking that away, so I'm taking 18 away from that. So all you take is 18 damage. As the 18 damage is pure willpower, the rest of it is physical. And you have 50 plus physical resistance, so you're fine.
Yeah.
As you take 18 points of damage.
Okay. I assume, is that the end of their turn, or?
It is indeed.
Okay. Gotta scroll down to my combos. I'm gonna start with a Sonic Strike combo.
Okay.
I'm rolling pretty bad today, so.
Okay.
Oof.
You are still hitting her.
I am? Okay.
Okay.
So. That's the damage. The flat 100. If I assume some of that's probably going to be taken off, given what they are.
Yeah, some of that actually does get taken off, so that's 27 from the 100, so that's from 100, so that's 73.
Okay.
Yeah, so you deal 73 points of damage.
I assume they did roll higher than me. Does that stop my turn, or do I get a...
No, they didn't get high enough. So you got a 25, they needed a 30 to be able to stop you.
Okay.
So
I will continue with combo pure technique.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. By the way, Vitality is 74. The fact that she healed that much is just crazy. So you're going in for another attack. She also attempts this time to go for an attack herself. No, not an attack, sorry. Blocking. I said attack. I don't know why I said attack this word. Yeah, so she attempts to block. She fails.
Okay.
Roll damage.
There is your damage.
Thank you for your damage. That actually does break vitality this time. So that's that plus that. I completely forget how much damage you deal each time. And now I must roll con. As you strike her and you deal this damage, you notice that the strike that you land against her, you hit her, and you actually hear a cracking as you sort of get her in the side, as you hear her ribs crack. As sort of you then that sound is unmistakable. As everyone else, even around the arena, hears it. As Pinky then says, "It seems as though the Titan has begun to take damage. Well, it seems as though even with her incredible capabilities of regenerative prowess and physical strength, she is not bound by also anything else that we are. As you see, it seems as though she is weakened by not being in her environmental advantage. Normally, Cilia Liddy is more powerful when she is within the wintry lands of Husconia, but right now, that is not the case within side of this island, as it is almost tropical. Because of this disadvantage, her ability will not allow her to save herself against the tyrannical powers behind those fists of Felix Fatigue."
Okay. And since I was still in a combo, I still have another attack. Since they're probably going to be the bigger hitter out of the two, I'm going to go ahead and activate Allfather's Wrath.
Okay, go for it. You don't need to roll anything, you just say it.
Yeah, I am activating Allfather's Wrath.
Fair. And I shall attempt to roll something as well. Roll me that dams. Roll me all the dams. Now do it. Do what you were born to do and annihilate the opponents.
211.
So that's plus 211.
That's your entire health in one attack.
So
that is my entire health.
That is your entire health. Can I just ask, how do you want to do this?
So I assume they just went in for a block. I came in and I cracked their ribs in the previous punch.
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
I'd say that punch into the ribs, and then I'll send up my second fist up towards their jaw.
Nice. As the explosive force that is summoned forth from your fist not only explodes this insane, almost atmospheric sort of build-up around your hand, like as if your hand is a meteorite coming through the stratosphere, except from it's going upwards. As that hits her clean in the chin, you send her soaring upwards and slam up against the top part of the barrier 30 meters upwards, as it seems as though she is still pressed by the sheer force, as all of the dust that was blown downwards from the fist hitting her is now suddenly soaring upwards towards her, as it's almost like this massive concussive wave of explosive damage coming forth from your hand. Finally, her eyes roll into the back of her head, and she is blasted clean upwards out of the barrier. As you then hear, as she finally slams right back into the ground, away from the arena, creating her own little crater. She gets up and is covered in damage from the actual fall. Well, it looks like we have a winner, as everyone just goes, yeah! Felix! Felix! Felix!
Maybe I shouldn't have aimed up.
Normally, when people get blasted out of this arena, they don't take damage because obviously they're reset. She got reset and then only just, came right back down and took a shit ton of damage. So... As people are going over to sort of help her and heal her, they are then stated that the second victory of the Kings goes to Felix Fatigue. It is now Felix's choice whether he wants to stay in and fight the next opponent or allow Stan to come in and have a go himself.
I think I'll stay in simply to expedite the process.
Very well. Then we send the last remaining contestant that has not fought on the Huskonian team. Tendra Grum, the Power Reaper! As then she walks in, sort of brushes her hair out of the way and begins walking up as she sort of sighs a little and just sort of goes, "Who would have thought that the two of us would be fighting against each other? I mean, with that kind of display, how exactly am I going to live up to that?"
I'm sure you'll do great.
Well, let's hope that you're right. Besides, I think that this thing will go a little differently than the last time we fought.
Have Felix and Tendra ever fought? I know Felix is...
Technically not fully, not properly, no. I guess you could say more opposed each other on different sides of ideologies, rather than actual physical combat. As we now come back to... Well, I could say come back to... As we now go over to Anarche and Fletcher. Anarche, you've walked up to this team from Eden, as they've been watching the fights, and you see this explosive attack from Felix as he just launches Cilia right out of the out of the arena.
I just walk up to them and go, "Well, that was about the expected result. Can't say I'm too surprised."
To think that thing is supposed to be the strongest one of all of them, I don't think we'd have anything to concern ourselves with. Although, he, on the other hand, isn't. Oh. Anarche! You then see a sort of slight less tension from his face and voice, as he sort of is almost relatively uplifted, as he's almost forgotten the things that he said and seen sheer moments ago.
I'd be so sure about that. It just so happens that I think, well, a lot of that was in Felix's favour. He is immensely strong, don't get me wrong. Not downcrediting his victory, but any physical fighter against him is almost at a disadvantage immediately. That's sort of his strong point.
Although it turns out that thing might have had a resistance when only in its cold environment. So perhaps its home advantage would have potentially made it more difficult to deal with. Nevertheless, if you can only fight in one home field, then you're not truly the most powerful warrior, are you?
Yeah, probably not. I'm more concerned about the that one as I point over to the cloaked one.
Yes, the long, tall, thin, grey cloaked one. As you point over to it, the others, their body language tenses up, as Fletcher, you now sort of come walking over as well.
Oh.
Yes, that one does concern us a little bit more. You've felt it as well, have you?
Yes, well, I think I have met that one before. In Huskonia, a while ago. He's... Well, I think he calls a man named Ten his father, although I don't think they're actually biologically connected.
And that suddenly puts a lot of concerning information into our heads, and also confirms quite a lot of our issues and worries about this creature.
Yes, I overheard a bit of that loud conversation. What exactly is, what do you call it, a vessel?
One of the others speaks up as she says, "A vessel is a creature from long ago, an ancient story written back before even the ongoers were as powerful as they used to be, before the tales of the Animite were even written. There are stories that still echo through today. One of these stories is of these creatures known as the Leviathans. Massive creatures of great size and stature, considered to be almost resilient to any kind of normal weaponry, and they were demonic by form. Even though that they shared humanoid traits, they were still considered to be monsters, with human intelligence or even greater. You can start seeing why some of us believe them to be of the similar shape as these Leviathans. But that's not all. There is said to be a proverb, a specific prophecy, or even a particular warning, that there are specific divine children, or even beings with great abilities, that can warp the physical manifests of the world, and that they are forbidden to have children or kin or share blood with the Leviathans, because they become the vessels for the apocalypse. And when I mean that, and any of us mean that, we've seen powers that can alter physical mass, reality, and time. So if something had a physiology as strong as one of them, with the powers of an Omegan, or even similar to the divine, that is what we would call a vessel. It is why Asconians are forbidden from ever entering the holy city. It is because that we fear that they might try to breed with our kind. Their blood mixes with ours, and they will become dangerous.
Well, that story was very poetic, although I don't exactly think its ability is an Omegan's one. I know it can seemingly stop time, but there seem to be a few differences.
In all honesty, I don't even know how you can see that there are any differences at all.
Well, my friend Aldous, I believe, has a similar ability to mess with time, and every time he seems to be doing this, I guess, stopping time, he always has to transform first. This one doesn't have to rely on such a thing, it can just do it. Also, the main thing it performed in that feat, it could have been its powers, but it just stopped him in place, didn't it? It didn't fully stop time.
As someone who knows quite a lot about time children, from being quite close to quite a few, including Sir Remph, the Council, I can definitely confirm that what that creature used was definitely time-stopping. The way in which that it moved, as if it almost teleported, and it also stopped the physical space and mass of your friend after touching them. Those were identical to Remph's abilities, which means that he has the power of a stopper. This means that he is indeed a vessel, a Huskonian with Omegan powers and capabilities.
Does that make Tendra one too? I mean, it's not an Omegan power, but she has the capability of taking powers from others.
If she has the ability to steal powers, then that's even more concerning. We got a tip that there was a Huskonian that had an ability similar to that of a superhuman. She was known as the Power Reaper, and now all of our concerns have been confirmed. They are both vessels, and in accordance with the laws of Matrata, they must be put to death, or total erasure.
Yeah, not my island.
You must understand that their existence is abhorrent, dangerous to the entire fabrication of this world. They could undo it just as easily as they could kill any of us.
They're not that strong.
Do you not...
I get the threat and the meaning behind what you're saying, don't get me wrong. But that's an over-exaggeration. Besides, him being a stopper hardly makes him from invincible. I've already thought of a few ideas to beat him, and Tendra has a limit to how much he can probably take, like every other power. If you assume their abilities are infinite, then of course they're going to be able to do whatever you want, but even someone as strong as you must realize their abilities are very limited. And besides, the only way they were probably made, if I was to take a guess, knowing their father...
Biological engineering and enhancement?
Exactly, which means that yes, although theoretically they could be mass-produced, there's probably a reason why they haven't been. They won't be that easy to actually make.
You then just see one of the Omegans take out their arm, and they begin just saying something quietly into their band. As then a call goes up, and a person's voice is heard, as they question who it is and why is it that they wish to speak with them. They then say something in utterance. If you wish to hear this, I would like the two of you to roll me perception. If you don't really care, you don't need to.
I will roll perception.
Okay. You sort of kind of almost catch this as someone who's covered in special armor. Fletcher, I'd like you to roll me a history check with advantage.
Ooh, okay. $16.
Awesome. You recognize this individual as the Simakael, the angel that not only was appeared on the boat, but also was claimed as the Angel of Vengeance, and also was the one that maimed Adrian for a good portion of time.
Oh.
As this
Fletcher will whisper to Anarche.
Go.
Simakael, the Angel of Vengeance he's talking to.
As you both
I nod, pretending I know anything about that person.
You both overhear the conversation as he then says, Simakael, there seems to be a concern. Mass production of vessels. Biotech labs. You then hear the voice as the voice then says, it shall be cleansed.
I'm going to speak up loud enough so they can both hear and go, I won't cause any trouble while you're over there. That happens to be one of where some of the family of one of my teammates happens to be there.
If they burn, then so be it.
Then your entire country will burn, so be careful about who you threaten.
You then hear the other voice on the other end going, who is that who is speaking? Some outsider.
Anarche is the name, if you wish to know.
You dare get in the way of progress?
You dare threaten people I care about?
Interesting. You share similarities with us, yet you share nothing of our inspiration or culture or tradition.
I don't live in fear of new things. As a multiversal traveller, that would be a bit retarded, sorry my language, to fear things of the unknown and spend my life fearing it. I understand your concern about these things, and I get that. However, if any trouble is caused to the people I care about, there will be consequences to your actions.
The fact that you would use such discriminatory language only prefers our immediate extermination of that location. You understand very little, and therefore...
And you understand nothing. So I warn you once more. Do anything there. Anything. And you will regret it immediately.
Roll me intimidation.
Ooh. You know what? Just for flavor, for the people around me, can I roll Heartful Hatred? I know it won't affect the person around the other phone, but I want the current people around me to know.
I'll let you roll Heartful Hatred before rolling.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
By the way, Joe, should I roll that D4 for the point split from the last battle?
Yes, absolutely, and I'll tell you those points in a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice, 75%.
I guess I'll roll Intimidation now, right?
Yeah, so is the requirement 20 or is it 15?
I will check. Because I believe it might be 20. Yes.
20?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Roll me Intimidation.
I can never intimidate anyone.
They all just look at you. Most of them smile, and the voice on the other side just goes, "Regardless of whether or not you are being threatened, I shall do so. It will take me a matter of minutes or hours, depending on how long Azrael needs me for. I shall do so with absolute justice." The call then ends. It's out of my hands now, the Angel of Vengeance. It's up to him what he does.
Don't be surprised when he ends up dead then. Let's walk off.
You then hear, I want you to roll me. By the way, is this something that you're sort of like saying jokingly?
I'm not saying this jokingly.
Okay, never mind. Because I was going to say, depending on like how lightheartedly you said this, I was going to say you could potentially roll charm because there's one particular individual on that team that actually would have found that funny.
No, this is just a fact.
Okay, fair enough. They're not too happy, but obviously it's like they know that they can't really do anything here. As one of them does try to get up and just go like, "You son of a," and immediately is grabbed back and slammed down onto the ground by Humoriel. The only reason I say this is because you can sense this because you're still in your transformation, and you can feel Humoriel's just like pressure of his spirit like pushing this guy back down. And it's like, do not do this here. As wrong as he may or may not be, you doing that makes you even worse than he is right now.
I turn around and look at this person. I just stare them in the eyes.
The eyes of this individual looks like as if he genuinely wants to kill you with a burning passion, and Humoriel is holding him back with only a single hand and is just like, "You do this and you basically taint our name as angels. Do not, attack this man. Especially outside of his own arena, and especially when he said not on his island." And it's like, he is furious, but it's all because he is being held back by Humoriel that this is even being stopped.
And here, I thought you people are meant to be higher than us. Seems you have the same basis urges as us, too.
You son of a... Shut up. I have to admit, Anarche, you seem to have gotten under everyone else's skin, but still, nevertheless, I'm actually quite impressed that even with your unencumbered soul, you're very much unevolved as well. Still, nevertheless.
It's funny. Tell me, what emotion are you feeling right now?
I'd be lying if I didn't say that I was a little frustrated, furious. But actually, I'm going to have to admit that I'm actually quite impressed at the size of your balls. that you even say that you could potentially kill one of the great seraphim. As a matter of fact, and you can actually sense within his body as like his energy is beginning to rise a bit. He goes, I'm actually quite excited to see what you do. Whether it's start a war or end an era. He actually then begins to grow a smile, and the smile is like Grinch levels of creepy as his smile begins to quite literally go from cheek to cheek.
I will, just because I'm curious about the other members as well, I will roll the level 10 willpower thing to, sense people's emotions.
Fair.
Felix is just preparing for a friendly spar with their good friend Ten.
Yeah, there I am, threatening people.
Meanwhile, hate speech.
Yep. Yeah, it's only a 10, so that does work.
Okay. Fury, Rage, Inadequacy, Frustration, and then from Humoriel, all of those plus Enticement and Excitement.
One of them, do I know, are any of them an animal child like me?
Absolutely, one of them is, and it's the one that actually called the Seraphim.
I look over at them and go, well, surely you must be able to sense their emotions, right? Being that you're enlightened.
You then just see like greater anger and fury well up within this one, as it's almost like he's either going to say, don't talk down to me, or it's almost like as if he doesn't want to say anything because he doesn't have that ability. Either way, he does not open his mouth to speak, but he does sit there writhing in just pure spite. He does not know what to say to you, and quite frankly, if the words were to come out, you don't even know what they would be because of his just complete over. In all honesty, if he hadn't have seen his commanding officer basically grab and put down one of the other soldiers to put him in this place, he would probably be running up to you to try and punch you right now. Even if it was to no avail, he would be still trying to do so.
That anger building up. Well, I suppose I can't blame you. It is a rare occurrence to truly understand what the soul is. But I don't blame none of you for not being able to do that. It does take you going from the depths of the bottom to the true top to understand what the life is. Which is why I don't blame you for your ignorance. It's quite understandable, really.
Their boiling blood is almost like palpable now. I want to point out that Fletcher, you feel the heat radiating off of this conversation. That the shit that has been like passed between the five of them from Anarche to the five of them, you feel like as if something's about to go down. Like someone is about to kill someone else. As
you can just, if you were to see Fletcher's face, he's just got the biggest grin because he knows Anarche has all the power to back up what he's saying, and he's just putting these people in their place.
But I mean, not all of us can speak to God once, right? So I understand. No, really, speaking to Helios. It's such an enlightening factor, you know.
That's it, as then immediately this Animal Child jumps and rushes towards you as he goes in, tries to swing for you, and immediately he's slammed to the ground by just a random individual, as then immediately he's choke slammed into the ground. Another one grabs you by the shoulder to stop you from what you're doing, and another one basically immediately places their hand on on the back of your shoulder, Fletcher. As then when Humoriel sort of jumps back and is about to try and get involved, a sword is then placed to his throat as an entire legion of 3 individuals. As Fletcher, you were grabbed by someone from the back. When you turn around, you see the Vault King. Anarche, the person who is now in front of you holding you back, is none other than Ikaje, The one that has a blade to the throat of Humoriel is Imalawe, and the one who just chokeslammed this Anemon child into the ground is your middle older brother, Ioje. As this is happening, you then just hear all of them, all three of the brothers go, Miss Esanake?
Well, you know, the time alone is nice, but this is convenient timing.
It's a long time no see, Fletcher, and it's good to see that you're alive again.
I could say the same. What, did you actually expect me to die from that?
Well, in all honesty, you were pretty crispy, but it's good that you don't seem to hold a grudge. It's nice to see that you've also got a band of your own back in action, and you also have it in gold, no less. Ah, nice. You then hear Imalawe saying, you take one more step towards either of them, and you're about to find out how much this blade can do. Ioje then goes, yeah, I wouldn't get up if I were you. You try one more thing? As a massive blade of blackness just appears from his hand. And this is going to be a suppository to remember. As Ioje, as then Ikaje, who's holding on to an arcade, just goes, what would you do without us?
You know, probably start a war or two.
Alright, lads, back it up. This one's with us, and quite frankly, you're just not gonna go swinging for the king. Get out of here. As all of them sort of back up, Ioje then sort of depowers this blackened blade and finally releases the Anemon child on the ground. Furious, he goes swinging as then immediately Gravel and Rock grab his fist and begin to bury him as he's now just neck deep, as he's just a head sticking out of the ground. Ikaje then just walks up to him and kneels down. I said, we're done here. Do I make myself clear? As then you can feel the almost demonic terror of rage infueled by this man as the elder brother of Anarche stares down this currently almost severed looking head sticking out of a molehill.
I really want to go and boop him on the nose.
No, we will relinquish you, and you are not to cause any further harm to our younger brother, or his companions. Unless, of course, it's in the tournament, then in that case, do whatever you must. Do I make myself clear? He eventually, slams his foot down as the entire body is just, elevated immediately upright. Get out of here. Well, it seems as though we're going to be taking a while before our battle with you, considering, but, it's good to see you again, brother. Now, I heard that you have a house.
Ah, yes, I do. Give me 1 second, as I what's the, slime dude's name again?
Humoriel.
Yeah. I'll walk over to Humoriel and go, well, this isn't exactly the conversation I was looking for, or hoped to, but, I'll hold out a hand. Still nice seeing you again.
Watch yourself. As he walks away, ignoring the hand.
Oh, darn.
As you sense,
No, I was gonna...
you may have burnt that bridge to complete ashes.
And here I was gonna show him enlightenment. Oh well.
He's just salty that you got there before he did.
Yeah, well, can't blame him.
As we get back to Fletcher. Fletcher, roll me move speed.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay,
Felix.
okay, Fletcher.
Felix.
You gotta roll
Yeah,
moves.
you're
Come
in Fletcher, there you go.
Tag in, come on.
Felix.
Get in here.
Let me,
Felix.
what was it?
Let's see, what's your move speed?
No, Felix, what is...
Wow.
Looks like I'm not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah,
Felix, what
to
is
take
your
over.
move speed?
I'm getting to it. It's everyone just rolling move speed.
No, it's because it's now back up to you.
We're all
Fun.
jumping into gang.
23 total.
Okay, that's not too bad. That is very good, as you begin to go your round first.
Okay. I will start with... I think I'll start with a regular combo,
Okay.
since I haven't used that yet. 22 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. Remove the plus 25, so... 80.
Nice. Yes.
Just yes.
So it is a very low super con roll, but it is still super con, so I'm not rolling disadvantage. But as I said, it's a very low roll.
And...
That's
Oh,
an
no.
incredibly low roll.
yeah.
As when you strike her in the center of her body, she sort of like goes back and then sort of almost goes to her knees as she then she sort of tries to go for a gasp as her armor just immediately shatters and falls pieces off of her, and immediately as her mouth opens, which would be an exhale, blood gushes out.
Okay.
I think you should have held back.
That was holding back. I want to state. So next would be Sonic Strike.
Yeah, that was regular combo, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
God.
That's basically all that is normal punch, consecutive normal punch.
Oh.
So I'm assuming going for Sonic Strike now.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Ooh, natural 1. Okay, so that stops it. However, I don't really know. I'm not going to lie. You sort of caught me off guard here. I don't even know if there's anything I can do against that.
Okay. So I assume natural 1 misses no matter what, right?
Well, that, and also since I got 20, the sheer difference as well. But yeah, natural 20 is failing this. I believe it's okay. She deals a pink energy blast that hits you, and it sort of stuns you back as she sort of fires it off with her hand that is currently not clutching her throat. As you sort of like get knocked a bit, as you do take no damage.
Oh, no damage. I thought it was, since it was energy. I don't think I have resistance to that, do I?
No, it's animite. Also,
Okay.
oh, actually, no, it's 1 point of damage. I forgot because you
1 point.
Because you can't half 1 point, so it just means that you definitively take 1 point. So you take 1 point of damage.
Pulling out my calculator to minus 1 point of damage.
You're currently at 19 damage since your previous 18.
Right. Or at a total of 192 HP.
Fair enough. As oh, jeez.
Okay.
Jeez. Okay, so
I assume that's there to hit.
That is not to hit. No.
Okay.
Oh.
That is to do something else.
Well, they're doing a good job.
They are doing a good job, but probably not good enough to. Just having a look. Okay. Okay, so that's that.
I just want to state, for the entirety of this session, I've had Animal Crossing music playing in the background.
Oh, nice.
It's just like...
Okay, that's fine. And then this is really just seeing whether or not this will actually do anything additional. It will. Okay.
Cool.
So what happens is she sort of like begins to sort of back up for a second as something begins glowing on her, like underneath her clothes, as then suddenly she disappears and you suddenly feel an intense pain as you are dealt 55 points of damage. That isn't halved, that isn't taken away, but for some reason you were not able to resist. Oh, actually, hang on a sec. No.
It's a constant back and forth of how much damage am I taking?
I have to roll this just one additional thing to see what extra. Okay, so it's not 55, it's actually plus that 29, so it's 84 points of damage. That's what you take.
Okay. I'm assuming with the nat 20, I just wasn't given a chance to dodge or anything.
No, it didn't even look like as if, like, you didn't even perceive her move, as she is now behind you, as it seems as though, like, she has struck you all the way through, as you feel like incredible intense pain go into your stomach. As something is different from her now, as everyone who is watching this fight sees that she is now glowing. Her eyes are glowing white, but her entire body, including her big wings, are glowing bright pink.
How much 80 what was it?
84.
84, okay.
So you've taken in some total 103 during the last two combats.
Yeah.
As it is now your turn.
Alright. I will go for Sonic Strike combo once again.
Hang on a sec, I just realised that broke your vitality. Can you roll me fortitude, please?
42, you said?
Yeah, fortitude, yeah.
Okay. And
It's only by 4 points, but it's still bright. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, sorry. Go on.
okay. Oof. Not great rolls today.
I don't know, you had some pretty good ones earlier. So what is that? So I'm just having a look.
I mean, you just got to beat a 20. That's...
Yep. So is this your this Sonic Strike combo again?
Yeah, it is.
So as you go to try and strike her, she sort of just barely dodges as she does evade your attack, but it is not enough to end your combo, as you are allowed to go ahead and do so again. This was a finesse dodge, but since she didn't get 5 or above, she's not allowed a counterattack.
Alright. Then what's the... Gotta scroll down to my combos again.
You've got advanced technique Sonic Strike combo as well.
Yeah. So, we're doing that. Okay, that's a better roll. Yep.
Yeah, 2 berries!
That's right. Is that our first 2 berries?
Yes.
That is, I believe, our first 2 berries.
Took a while.
Okay, so that's 104.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I need to roll another fortitude.
Con, or yeah.
Yeah. That's fine, but she will take an additional something damage. Just having a look. It's an additional... So since she got a natural 1, she's actually taking an additional 20 points of damage. So that actually puts her up to... Interesting. As she gets hit again, and again, blood just gushes out of her again as she sort of like stumbles back, sort of clutching her weapon. However, during this, you also notice something very interesting, which is that you actually take damage from touching her. Which I've actually got the damage here, so I just need to quickly roll that. Which is... $49 as you take 49 points of damage.
Okay.
And I believe, is that the end of your turn, or do you have any more combos?
That was a combo, so I have at least another attack. So
fair enough. Continue. Which I think you actually also have Sonic Strike as well, so you could just roll Sonic Strike.
Yep. So
It's all down to this.
It's still the plus 16 for Sonic Strike, right?
Yes, yeah.
33.
You land the hit.
Yep.
Roll the damage.
So it should be the same as like my regular like combos with the plus 25, right? Or...
Yes, yeah.
Okay. 102.
Go.
I just need to have a look. So, how would you like to finish this?
Just a simple punch to the chest, aiming her towards the outside of the arena, not going up like the last one.
Fair. As she almost like her head almost explodes with sort of like gushes like a massive fountain of blood, covering you entirely as you launch her backwards, flying through and then suddenly turning back into into her normal physical form. Even her armor immediately, instantly repairing itself as there were still pieces of it on her. As she then slams into the cushion that is behind her in the stands of her team. As you are announced the winner, as you have defeated Tendragram.
I will say I still take damage from hitting her, so...
Yes, indeed, which would mean that I would have to roll that same damage again, which is then 34 additional damage onto what you currently have, which...
That puts me at 25 HP.
Oh. That would have been funny if they just knocked her out, and then you fell over.
I just wanted to make sure, see if Felix went down or not.
You didn't, but that is good sportsmanship of yourself to do that. As that is indeed that, as now it is stated that there are only the remainders left, which are Quad Via and E101. However, there is Felix, Stan, and then Anarche. So it's up to Felix if he wishes to let Stan go in.
Am I able to, have I been observing this?
You have indeed, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna shout, "Hey Felix, swap out!"
Felix will give a thumbs up. I was already planning those two fights.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'll go ahead and roll that d4 for that point total as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, 25%.
Nice.
Can I ask, knowing who might be next, can I attempt to do something?
You can indeed.
Can I attempt to empower one of my many sticks with the power to stop people stopping time?
What's the role?
Or at least an area of an effect.
What's the role requirement of your Strenuous Swarm thing that you have?
25.
Okay. You'd need to not only get a 25 to infuse it onto a stick, you'd also need, if you want any bonuses or removals of any downsides, you'd have to state what you're doing. Because again, doing this, you are removing the time power from your original item and then infusing it onto one of these objects.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
And I will make sure to ask the multi-stone that I have to, is this okay? This sounds like a good plan.
Whilst this is going on, and I'll let you do your rolls and come up with what abilities and downsides that you want to do, and you can tell me what roughly that you want to do, and I'll say whether or not it isn't possible.
I'm going to use my practice.
Okay. I'm just going to say, Stan, everyone is now staring at you other than Aldous, as it is now becoming obvious that you are going to have to fight the next fight, which you either have to fight a four-armed grey wraith creature that has 4 swords and seemingly has the ability to stop time, or a similar but shorter old man grey wraith-like creature who talks very oddly but also is a master martial artist.
Okay, well, I'm not too worried this time because, the fate of the entire team does not lean on this one fight like normally.
Fair.
So no real pressure.
Is there any particular preparations that you wish to do before you head in?
I'm going to. Question.
I believe you have your Stand Ever Stan and your nanomachine still in you, and I think you still have at least one Rumble Rod.
Yeah, at least. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember if I have one or two.
Decent.
I want to make another one. I'm gonna make another arm.
Another arm, okay.
Just because arms are useful. They
They
can
can
do all sorts of
lend you a hand.
I guess I'm gonna make an arm that kind of comes out my back, a bit like that dude from what's his name? Justice. What's his name?
Oh yeah, from Afro Samurai.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Real quick, whilst you're doing that, Aldous, using SP or WP, I'm assuming obviously willpower. That's what you mean by that.
Yeah.
Who
I
is
don't
it
know
that
how
you're,
else.
who is it that you're giving
know.
this to?
Whoever goes in next.
Oh, okay.
So that'd be Stan, I believe.
yeah.
I want to point out, I don't really know how Stan would be able to activate it using his SP.
Can I make it so that people can just activate it by touching a button?
Using normal stats, yes, but not their super stats.
Okay, so what
Unless
stuff
if-
would you need then?
Unless if it would be infused into an actual piece of technology, which you've stated it's not going to be. Such.
No,
It's a stick.
Oh. it's a stick.
stick.
I mean, I'm probably gonna manipulate. Can I manipulate the stick so it's more like a bracelet thing?
Okay, yeah, sure. You'll
So
have to
someone can actually put it on it.
roll me nature, just in case.
Okay.
Yeah,
24.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I never really doubted you. I just wanted to see if there was just that random natural one. For no, it has to be a stick.
No, it's gonna be a stick, and that's the way Animite wants it. Damn it!
You gotta stick to it.
No.
Animite likes stick-shaped objects. We've discovered now.
Fair. So it's now just a bracelet that someone can put on and stuff. The other thing is, what I can say is, with all the downsides, how many bonuses does, how much super dex is it supposed to give that time stone? Not
What's
you,
Super Dex?
but in total, the super dex it's supposed to normally give.
I think it is meant to be I think it is meant to be legitimately 10. I
I
think.
don't think it's plus 10. I think it's plus 10 for you because of your buffs. Because I think you.
Then it would be. No, I don't think I did, because I don't think I actually bothered to figure out what it would be with the thingy thing. For me, because I never actually use it when I'm doing the. Because I'm always amalgamated to it. So I don't think I ever actually bothered to figure out what it would be normally.
How many perks do you have?
Oh, no, it is. Sorry, no, it is. It's plus 8.
Okay, it's plus 8, okay. So with that, you can obviously take away all of those, but what I'm going to say is, the lowest I will be allowing of having the cooldown, because remember with your Strenuous Swarm with Adrian, you could lower it down to no minutes. The lowest I'm allowing it is for every minute that you use that form for, is the amount of minutes you can't use that form for.
Okay. And how many upsides can I give to it? Isn't it now then?
That's basically the amount that I'm allowing because of that.
Oh.
However, it will be able to be activated without people needing animatology or any other special ability, but they must roll it with a base stat.
Instead of the fact that it can be used like the minutes thing, can I just increase the time limit?
No.
Okay. Then yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
That sounds good.
I am willing to have it that it could be a base stat, but the requirement is 10. But I'm going to have to say that has to be Constitution.
I mean,
Constitution or
Stan
Wisdom.
Stan has good constitution.
Okay,
I
so
think.
instead of SP/WP, we'll say con/whiz.
Yeah,
Okay.
that works. So 10?
Yeah, 10 plus con/whiz.
Whiz. Okay.
For every minute that you're in this transformation is every minute that you won't be able to use it after you've failed it or after you don't activate it, whatever, reactivate it during the time that the strenuous form is still up. Within a 90-meter radius of the user who's wielding it, time abilities cannot take effect. So, do you give that then to Stan?
If he's going in, I will, and I will inform him how to use it.
Okay. After he
And then also make sure to ask him, like, please don't destroy it.
After he informs you of like what this random wooden bracelet does, what do you do?
Why do I need this?
But when you fight the time one, the one that can stop time.
Okay, so if I'm fighting him, I just activate it immediately.
Perhaps. Maybe before you go in. Just
But
the
I don't-
moment before you go
You
in.
know I'm fighting. What if I fight the other guy? Then I'm
Well, then
probably
it-
just going to be wasting it, right?
Yes, but I doubt you only been there for about... I doubt you'll be in there for less than 4 minutes. Don't worry, it will reset as soon as the time has passed.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just take it for now and activate the stand-over stand when I walk in.
Okay. Would like you to roll me a D2.
Oh boy, who am I up against?
Odd or even. Oh, too late.
2.
As you walk in, the individual who walks in up against you is Quadvia, the master martial artist.
Cool. I am scared, but not as scared, so now I'm like, whatever, man. I've been beaten up loads of times.
As
You just hear
Your
from the
fists do
stand.
not scare
You
me.
got it, Stan! You can beat up this martial artist. You've done the others.
So, you want to take on Noir? It's time for you to understand that you don't want to go down this road.
I hear you're a master of martial arts.
Indeed I am. 3 different types, as a matter of fact.
Have you ever encountered a master of the rolling arts?
I'm sorry, the what?
Time to rock and roll.
Brum brum.
Rolling around at the speed of sound.
The art of rolling a heavy artillery vehicle above your opponent.
I'm sorry, a what? Begin! Roll move speed.
Oh, you'll feel it soon.
That's a rough roll.
Okay, not too bad for me. Just have to have a look. As he goes in for a cheeky attack. As it looks as though he goes for an open palm slap, which Fletcher sort of kind of gets a little bit of flashbacks from in the way in which that he uses it.
Can I see where he's aiming?
For you,
Yeah, but like,
the face.
he's just aiming at my chest or my face. Like,
Your face.
okay.
I will point out, because this is super dexterity, this is not allowing you to have an advantage.
Yeah.
But because of it, you don't have to have a disadvantage.
True. Yeah, in that case, I will try and wrap my arm around his and stop his action.
Roll for it. Nope. Okay. As he slap at her face, he deals 90 points of damage. As it sounds like a whip crack against your face.
It'd be great if you could, not do that much damage. Yeah.
I mean, I would, but I don't want to. As you take 90 points damage, please roll me Constitution. Is that with disadvantage?
I don't need disadvantage there.
Have you got Supercon?
Not right now.
Then it is disadvantage then. Yes, the champion will not be defeated so easily. This does not deal an injury to you. However, you are dealt 90 points of damage. As it is now your turn. That really freaking hurts. It rattles your head for a second as you sort of come back to sort of consciousness. You're like, that really freaking stings.
Come on, man. You did not give me a chance.
But you say, although we already had a starting bell, so it's time for you to face the wrath of Huskunian martial arts.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
What would you like to do?
I'd like to do. Okay. I'm going to use my bonus actions because I need to do that.
Fair, fair.
Heal. Again.
Nice, nice.
Okay. I'm gonna use one of my actions to heal again.
Go for it.
Because I need to do that. Or not.
No.
Healing.
Since that's also based on self-biomass manipulation, you will not be allowed to use self-biomass manipulation-based abilities for this, for the rest of your turn.
Okay, in that case... But that's fine. Oh no, wait.
You still have a rumble rod.
Yes, I do.
Meanwhile, by the way, what is the rest of everyone doing? Are they currently watching this match, or is there anything else that anyone else is doing?
I've gone to speak to Felix, actually.
Interesting.
Fletcher's following and asking an RK whether he should phase to 10's house to relay.
Well, he won't be able to get inside because he has a barrier thing around it.
I know, but I can get to the door and just buzz it.
Alright, you do that just in case. I'm going to tell Felix to contact 10 anyway.
You go up to Felix whilst the two of you are chatting, as then Felix, you over here. I'm going to tell Felix to call 10 anyway.
I feel like Felix is probably, just at the stands. He's probably got a drink and some snacks. Just watching the fights. watching his point total rise.
Yes, which I'll sort out in a sec.
Yeah.
I got a natural 20 to warp.
Hey, nice one. Yeah, so to put it this way,
I
it's like
focus on the metal door, like before, with the buzzer on the wall, and when the guy popped out of the ground.
So
was
whilst you're doing
Thingy's
this, you're also like imagining the scenario of when you were speaking to the gang for the first time after you quote unquote came back to them. As sort of when you remember that moment, that feeling, you then open your eyes and you're now standing in front of Biotech Labs.
I go to push the button for the buzzer.
As you do that, Anarche, you go up to Felix as then Fletcher disappears.
Man, it's weird not being the only one who can do that now.
Felix just sees the two walking up, and then Fletcher just boop!
To be fair, that's not out of the ordinary for this party at this point.
Fair.
I mean, you literally watched him do it to Pinky's house, so I mean...
Yeah.
I don't really know how to break this to you in a good way.
Okay, then break it to me in a bad way.
Alright, so... the Angel of Vengeance may be going to Ten's place to completely destroy the place.
Okay. Should I roll nerve?
Yes, absolutely. Roll nerve.
Yeah, let me pull up. Let's see, nerve. Okay. Not great.
Oh.
Yeah, you, it's up to you how you want to handle this, whether it's sheer panic or rage.
I think Felix will be. He take a deep breath. You can see he's like quivering a bit as he's like shakily takes out his phone to text 10.
Right. Fletcher's already gone over there to warn him as well. Look, if anything does happen, we'll see it on the bands. And
if anything does happen,
we'll go over there immediately.
right. Felix will, as quick and precisely as he can, he'll text 10.
Fair enough.
Now I'm gonna go and speak to Tendra.
Again, fair enough. As you're doing that, I'm just quickly adding all the points that you got from your last battle.
Right. I do have a calculator pulled up on Google, just so that...
And then plus this as well. So you got 42 mil, 42.75 mil, and then you also got 23.25 mil.
Okay, I'll put those into a calculator.
Fair enough. Okay, so what are you
66
both
mil.
doing? Sorry.
It's 66 mil.
So did you say that you're going over to speak to Tendra?
Yeah, I'm going to speak to Tendra and the cloaked figure, I guess, because I assume he'll want to hear about this as well. So.
And what about Felix? Because I was adding something.
Felix, like I said, he is messaging 10, probably going off to if he needs to call 10. I imagine he will probably take one of his chill pills.
Fair enough. I would like you to roll me willpower with disadvantage.
Okay. Make sure I'm in the regular dice rolls and not narrator rolls. So I assume just roll it twice and take the lower.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Okay. You do take a chill pill, and it does whatever it normally does, but at this point, it doesn't feel like you're taking it out of an addictive quality. You're taking it for its intended purposes of not having a panic attack at this exact moment. Rather than going, ooh, yummy, you're going, I need this, I seriously need this, otherwise I'm potentially going to punch something. So you sort of do that. Meanwhile, you speak to Tendra. Stan, have you come up with what you shall do?
I guess I'll transform my rear arm like a cannon with the rumble rod.
Indeed, roll.
Can't even remember if it works.
Okay. You have done so. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I think that's it, isn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
So, would you like to do another action, or is that all your actions done?
I can't do another action.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. It was such a massive gap between them. Yeah, he just goes in for another smack attack. Again, open palm hand as he goes to hit you. I've put it in the wrong chat. I mean, technically it is in the narrative role chat, but we don't count those ones in the terms of combat. So, since I'm sticking to my own rules, I shall roll it again on dice rolls. Oh dear, that's better.
This was only going to be better.
Mega slap!
I guess I will attempt to use my rear arm. Rear arm cannon will come out from like my right flank and then just try and blast them up into the air.
Fair enough. Roll for it. Damn.
Look.
He smack, he attack, but more importantly, he smack. As he deals, I believe it's the same damage. It isn't. I copied and pasted the wrong thing. Okay, here we go. The damage is this. As you are dealt 82 points of damage, that still breaks your vitality. Again, please roll me a disadvantage on your thing.
I need him to make me explode with blood this time. I've still got my self-inflicted debuffs active. Now 16.
That is not enough to cause an injury to you as he slaps your face again, as it really freaking hurts. And it is now your turn.
Okay. What can I do? I'll use my bonus actions anyway.
Nice.
Is he? I guess I'll heal again. Because
okay, roll for it.
Getting destroyed over here.
You know what's funny? You've now just completely undone the damage that he's just done to you.
It was necessary. Okay, I'm gonna just, start spraying blood from, basically just start leaking blood from all over my body.
Are you trying to specifically aim at him, or are you just doing it in general?
No, just doing it as an action.
Fair enough. I mean, it's still freaky enough for him to attempt to try and react against you anyway. because it is like practically point blank range.
I guess in that case, I might as well just spray it everywhere. Yeah, why not? I'll just spray blood everywhere like a weird creature.
He does dodge your attacks using acrobatics as he sort of like dodges back and dodges forward and keeps like jumping away as he like lands in the perfect spot where there is no blood at the moment. But yeah, you do spray out as he's now about like 3 meters away from you. Well, that is pretty gross.
I wouldn't come near this blood if I were. I'm still covered in that bit.
I've seen what I did before. You don't have to tell me twice. As I believe it's now his turn.
My band's still just yellow, right? It hasn't changed.
No. So yellow is the final one. Until you get 9999999, it does not change colour until then. And when it does, it changes from basically like a holographic yellow to a solid gold.
That's 8 9s.
So basically it's 9 nines. So it goes 999,999,999. It's basically 1 point away from 1 billion.
Okay.
So he's going to do something. I require you to roll a disadvantage, as what he does is he seems to go into like a strange stance that makes him almost looking like he's drunk as he starts darting around the bloodied areas, and he almost sort of vanishes in a couple of places before he gets to you, as he seems to try and hit you with the back of his hand.
Well, I can't really do anything against that.
You're allowed to roll reaction.
Mhm.
But it'll be still disadvantage.
Assuming the super perception doesn't help.
Actually, hang on a second. You said that you've got super perception, right?
Yeah.
That nullifies the special ability of this technique. You are allowed to roll normally. If you did not have super perception, this would be so much worse.
That's still pretty terrible.
I think there was a certain technique that I could have gotten an advantage and forced Fletcher a disadvantage if he didn't have his super perception. I had to have it that one of us chose. But the technique that I'm using here is not the technique I use against Fletcher. Which, now I think about it, I really should have with that insane roll.
I mean, you already won. Don't need to rub salt into the wound.
No, but my point is that, like, technically, had I not have used that ability, your super perception would have still been fine.
Well, I'm going to attempt to use my reactive... Well, my usage style, which allows me to transform parts of my body, which is the blood around me, and hopefully I can transform it into a tank just to basically take the hit for me.
Okay, roll for it. So that's one.
Okay.
No. As he smack. And with his smack, he deals slightly less damage. But then, after he hits you, he then goes in for another attack. This time with a kick. Again, it looks like as if he's almost drunk when he's trying to do this.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try and transform I'm gonna try again, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and transform it around him, so that essentially he has no freedom of movement.
In other words, you're trying to make a tank literally around this guy.
Yes.
Fair enough.
He'll be tanked. I don't care.
Oh,
Wait.
He still has one. Both need 15, but he still has one.
What are these rolls?
No!
These rolls are actually pathetic.
They are bad. As you get hit by and deal, and you are dealt another 57 points of damage, which puts you at a sum total of 176 points of damage. It is now your turn, as he sort of smacks you twice, but both attacks do not break your vitality.
Okay, well. Fine. I'll just do the bonus actions again because I don't really have much choice. We'll try and heal again. Already deal. Okay. I healed 83, that's something. He's already got his blood on me. My blood on him now, because he just hit me.
I guess so, because you did spray it all over yourself and all over the arena, so yeah. I guess it would be like on the back of his left hand and on the back of his right leg.
Yeah.
So that's 83 points of health healed, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna transform I guess I can transform the blood on his hand into like. There's no size limit since it's still my blood, right? It's just the normal size limit.
I'd say the size on the blood is potentially limited to roughly the size of the amount of blood that he has, considering that it is only a small portion of your original biomass.
Okay.
So I'd say it would probably only encompass the hand and foot that it would be on.
Fair enough. I guess I'll try and force it to infiltrate his body.
Okay. Now I want to point out, since he knows what you're doing, he is still going to have a reaction against your roll for this.
Yeah. I mean... Yeah.
He fails. It's now time for some con, which I think his con is actually kind of meh. His con is meh. I repeat, his con is meh. And when I mean meh, I mean terrible. Yeah, it infiltrates the back of his hand.
Oh.
Well, that's not good.
No, it isn't.
As it's now his turn, and he'll be taking damage every turn now afterwards.
Yeah, and has to roll against another ailment every turn as well.
Okay. As it goes, well, if I'm already on a timer, I guess the timer's ticking. My hourglass is about to run out, but let's see whose runs out first. You see, I am Quad Via, and I will not be defeated so easily. If you are to defeat me, then it seems as though I must go all out. Are you ready?
No.
Well, tough. As he...
This guy talks like he has peanut butter stuck to the roof of his mouth at all times.
Yeah. I mean, he talks funny. I mean, I think he's nearly 200 years old as well. So he's like he's
Does
from
he? Does he have teeth?
he does, but he is from a time that is before powers. He is one of the oldest characters that you have ever met. Not that that really means too much, considering that you don't really care for characters of elder age, but still. As he again goes into a very strange sort of, I guess you could say, stance, as he then starts to go, wah! As he then starts making strange noises as he goes to attack.
Yeah. That's interesting. The blood that's all around me, I'll try and transform that to encase him.
Okay.
In a sarcophagus. I need to limit, basically restrict his movement.
Fair.
Well, not that. Oh wait, no, that's such stuff.
Yeah, there's only one more roll. You need to get a 28 or higher. There you go. You stop his attack. Roll damage. Or, actually, no, you said that you're encasing him, aren't you?
Yeah, just encasing him in like a solid block.
Well, he is now in a solid block. However, that is the end of his turn, and it is now your turn.
Okay.
By the way,
Heal.
all of the blood that you place down on the
used
ground is used up, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, heal.
Good. Bonus actions. That's a rough heal, but it's still a heal.
By the way, you said it's solid.
Yeah, it's just a totally solid block of essentially my ion.
Okay. And it's up to 6 meters in the terms of its max size, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you win.
He doesn't have any abilities to break down.
So he doesn't have super strength, and he doesn't have any ability to pass through solid metal of like multiple centimeters thick, let alone a meter thick. So, he just straight up can't move, can't breathe, can't do anything. He can't break out. He doesn't have an ability to force his way out. So, it is announced that Stan yet again is the winner of this fight. And you are then asked if you would like to continue on the good fight.
Am I allowed to shout over the team from here?
Yes, you are. Yeah. So beforehand, we're now going to go back to just before you won the fight, just beforehand, where we now have Felix trying to contact 10. And Anarche speaking with the Huskonian team. As Anarche, you go up to the Huskonian team, and Felix, you are still currently waiting for the call to connect. So, you walk up to Tendra as she goes, well, it's long time no see. As when you walk up, the cloaked individual stands in front of you in the way of Tendra.
Trying to look past them? Yeah, been a while.
What is it that you wish to speak to my sister about, adversary of this conquest?
I sure hope you mean just in the tournament and not in life.
Never mind him. Look, I love you, but I kinda need to speak to Anarche. Considering he's not really any kind of threat. He set up the rules. I doubt that he's gonna try and attack us when he's been telling other people not to attack people. So, it'd be kinda weird if he broke his own rules that he's been setting up since the beginning. So, back up. As he then just goes, sort of walks away from the two of you, and then sort of continues watching the fight between Stan and Quadvia as you walk up to Tendra.
Right. I wish I came with pleasant news, but bad tendencies and all.
Oh, good. Is it by any chance the strange Matratan people, the Omegans, looking at us, staring at us, and attempted to make a fight with you, only for them to immediately be in quite a interesting predicament.
Yes, we don't quite get along.
I was already informed about it because I was a bit too busy trying not to have my insides pummeled out of me from Felix. However, Yadonze was able to inform me of what happened. You then just see Yadonze just going, No,
Right, yes. So the Angel of Vengeance might be going to destroy Biotech Labs.
What?
So, Fletcher has gone there to speak to 10. I believe Felix is probably on the phone, trying to talk to 10. So, I'm probably going to go there a bit later to find this Angel of Vengeance and probably, I don't know, beat the shit out of them. So I'd give you a heads up.
So you've given me a lot to process, but why exactly are they targeting my father? They know about the Leviathan project.
So they consider you two vessels, and you know the whole bullshit culture thing of impurities, blah blah blah. So yeah.
You then see E101 sort of crick his body down to your level so that his face is at the same level as your face. Where are they? And I shall take care of them.
That's the thing. I don't actually know where they are. All I know is they'll eventually be going to
Not
Biotech Labs.
the Angel of Vengeance, the 5 that decided to make this call.
Not on the island, is all I have to say.
Well, nevertheless, they can't fight us here, so their next best target is our home.
Yes.
I know that a few of our siblings are still there, but I've never known what exactly this Angel of Vengeance is like. Do we even know how strong he is?
No, apparently Fletcher knew him, so, apparently they met at some point.
Literally means nothing, considering Fletcher gets ragdolled even by the smallest of things. I'm pretty sure a single Dante could ragdoll that man.
I mean, that's why I have them guarding my house key.
Yeah. Well, look, I don't exactly know how to tell you this, but if that's the case, I can't exactly, in good conscience, just stick around here.
No, it's fine. I mean, do you want to go back now, or...?
The two of us shall. Wait, if you go, we forfeit the match. And that is more important than our own lives? Than our home, our family? No, I'm not saying that, but if it is just someone who's silly, who just thinks that they're stronger and superior, and they're wrong, and Anarche and Felix can deal with this, then perhaps we don't need to throw the match just to prove that.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's entirely down to you. I mean, throwing the match would make things go quicker, but I have to say, I do want to try and fight you, so you know, either way works.
To be fair, out of game, wouldn't Felix and Anake leaving, wouldn't that also throw the match?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You at least have Anarche and Felix, whereas they only have one player left if Quadvia loses. Which, spoiler alert,
yeah,
he will.
As we're having this conversation, you just see the box getting put up.
As you just hear, like, this is not the canonical noise that it makes when he heals, but just imagine like he's just standing there as he's going as he just keeps healing, as nothing else is happening to that giant cube. But again, they're all just still talking with Anarche. Look,
I mean, honestly, I don't mind. I mean, also, default doesn't mean you lose forever. So, I mean, it's entirely down to you whether you see this as more important or not. I'm not going to stop you.
Look, I'll go, he'll stay, but I'm going to also need some backup, so potentially I might need someone else on my side, but I don't know exactly anyone of your crew who could actually stand up to a Matrotan angel and also not screw you guys over in the terms of fighting against our team.
I might know 2 Huskanians who might be willing. Do you know that battle fight club thing, the bar?
Oh, the battle bar thing run by Frigus Smirt and his father, right.
Yeah, I'm pretty cool with them. They might be willing.
I guess so, but I don't even know if they're of that similar caliber, right?
Well, let me put this: the son. Well, I was a bit weaker back then, but he did get me to go all out. I think in his right environment, he could have probably 3-shotted me. So I would say he's of relatively decent strength.
Fine. I don't really have much of a choice. So, the 2 of us will go, or do you want
Yeah,
me...
we'll go. I'll go with you. There's no point just sending you there by yourself.
Are you sure that Felix shouldn't be going?
Well,
And that concludes the match! I think Stan wants to talk with your team.
Yes. Do you want to come with me, just so that you can speak to, Felix?
Yes, I would prefer that. As she
Alright,
follows you. Felix, you have now gotten onto the phone with 10. What is it, my boy? I'm trying to currently have a good read. What is it?
I just received news from Anake that was his Angel of Vengeance
Yes.
is seeking out to destroy the lab.
He then sort of like peers over his reading glasses. Really? Angel of Vengeance. And who might that be?
Offhand, my brain is forgetting the name.
I don't think you ever actually met him specifically.
Were you at that dinner party?
He wasn't. No.
Not until after everything happened. He saw him after he donutted Adrian,
Yes.
but that would have been time to get his name.
You've only met him briefly, and the only brief moment that you saw him like do anything was donutting Adrian in a powerful blue blaze of jet fire from the tip of his fist.
I'm afraid I don't know much about this individual, but Anake considers him to be a threat.
Angel of Vengeance. Right, okay, so he's coming here. Why is he coming here to destroy the lab?
I sadly do not know. I was not given an explanation as to why.
Well, I shall keep on the lookout, but I'm afraid that I think your concerns are a little bit misplaced. You realize how many of us are here and how much surveillance equipment we have. I think we'd realize if someone of that level of caliber was anywhere near our doorsteps.
I understand.
Oh, wow.
But giving a heads up, just in case.
Fair enough. By the way, I'm assuming that this is also your doing, as he then shows just suddenly like buzzing on the door, Fletcher.
Ding dong. Ding dong.
Probably.
Right, okay. Thank you for giving me the heads up. But, yes. So I'm assuming he's about to tell me the thing that you just told me?
Probably.
Right. I guess I'll let him in and inform him that he need not worry. As it then, like, the call ends. Anake and, I was about to say Pinky then. Anake and Tendra, just head on over. I'm taking it that was my father, Fletcher. Felix, but... Every time! Every time!
Look at her with like the confused.
The 4 Fs. Father, Fletcher, Felix, fuck.
We're gonna miss these days. You'll look back fondly. Like, I remember when I used to miss all my
It'll happen with
players' names.
the next two characters that you play, even if they have completely different beginning letters, I will still get them muddled up for any reason whatsoever, just because the curse is there. Yes, so she says, oh, that's, I take it that's my father that you were just speaking to.
Correct. He doesn't seem too worried about the situation.
Yeah, well, he
No,
also thinks that his entire facility is capable of withstanding attacks like that.
Sure.
There's a part of me that thinks that he almost wants them to come and get him.
Well, what do we do now?
Suddenly, you just hear like slightly bashing against the barrier on your side, and just
Like muffled glass for glass.
hello, guys. Hello, what's going on? As Stan is just standing there, fully healed, and waiting for to find out what the hell's going on. Hear me out.
Right. Are you staying in? You coming out?
I would rather not stay in.
As you just see, like, the guy looming, just waiting to be allowed into the arena.
The ominous thing going around and
As then also, like, three guys are just basically, they've put ropes around the giant metal cube and are starting to drag it to the outside. As soon as it passes the line! As soon as it passes the line!
He's starting to pass through the lines like an ice cube melting.
Come on, man.
that does make things more difficult.
Well,
And why are you talking with them?
Family stuff, don't worry about it. Yes. So, the only thing is, we could all go, however, if you want us staying over here, it's probably not the greatest. Don't really want to lose. So, Felix, I can send you and Tendra there. Or I can send you to a different place that is relatively close that you might be able to convince two Huskanians to also join you, if you feel like it's necessary. However, to be fair, the two of you would probably be fine anyway.
Well, it's me and Felix, potentially Fletcher, against an angel, or me, Felix, Fletcher, two other Huskonians, and then fighting against a Matratan angel.
Yes.
That's not too bad.
I don't know, if Felix is there, you're probably fine, but
I wouldn't count on it. My strengths only go so far.
can't you jump like 100 meters?
Even Tendra looks at you like the way that you looked at her a second ago. It's like, yeah, like jump height completely matters in a
Well, no, like if
of
someone's
strength.
flying away, you could just jump up and grab them and slam them back into the floor.
Yes, like flying away is going to help save you against a powerful being that is almost on the level of a demigod.
Right. That's all I'm saying. So you'll probably be fine. I mean... Yeah, Stan, just stay in there for one more match. You'll be fine. You got this.
But you're gonna be ready to fight when I lose.
I absolutely will, bud. You got it.
Are you winning, Stan?
And then Aldous just yells, "Remember, use the stick!" Aldous has no idea what's going on. Just
No,
still in his
no.
hand.
Tendra is just here for reasons unexplored. Everyone is talking amongst themselves, and you're just sort of being left in the corner as you're just screaming at Stan, "Use the stick, Stan! Use the stick!"
Whenever I'm in a hockey game, use the stick!
I love just the perspective of like all the people around just looking at us.
Okay.
So-
I guess
more
I'm staying, and I'll use the stick and my stand-up stand when, the time comes.
Okay, so in that case, we're all in agreement. Anake, you're going to stay here, but you're going to portal us to my father's place. The two of us are going to head there.
Yep.
Okay. Portal us away, I guess. As Stan, I guess you get back into the center of the ring. As Anake, you open up a portal.
Yep. Send them there.
As the fight is about to begin, I would like you to roll me either con or wisdom.
I guess I'll use con.
Okay. You touch it. You touch this weird branch that is wrapped around your hand, and you feel a strange pulse of energy cooling you. And that is all that happens. You activate your Stand Ever Stand, and you wait as then a strange energy or essence appears around the cloaked figure as they then begin to walk in and begin walking towards you. However, once they get about 2 steps in, they then look at their hands, look up at you, and then look back at their 4 hands, and they go, "What have you done?" It then
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
It then begins walking up to you and looking incredibly aggressive as it is, like, peering over you as Pinky says, begin. I guess roll move speed.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Now with less time.
Ooh, you get to go first.
Okay.
By the way, the only reason as to why that you are fully healed is not because of the time in between the matches. It's actually because the amount of time before they went, yeah, okay, he's not getting back up with Quadvia.
Yeah, it's like he's just in this case, and he's just there. Nothing's happening.
Slowly asphyxiating to death.
What are we waiting for?
They eventually pull them out as the blood eventually like slaps back into you, kind of like Margin Boo pulling a chunk of him back to himself, as he then like fully like awakens and revives, like back, good as new, and sort of just like looks over at you, nods, and then goes back to his seat.
Very well. Okay. Make sure my stand is active. Then I'm going to attempt to like basically print a mini drill thing out of the bottom of my foot and then have it burrow like kind of underneath us in the vicinity.
Okay, roll for it.
just for later in case. Okay, yeah, that works.
Okay. I will point out it is audibly obvious because it is a drilling into concrete, but
he'll lose track of it.
He does look down at your foot, looks back up at you, and goes, "What are you doing?"
Nothing.
Continue with your turn.
Produce clone.
Roll to produce clone.
Yeah, that works.
You have produced clone. Since this is the first clone that you have produced, your clone is allowed 1 action.
Cool. That's his health. Not that it matters. It might
Not
as well
that
be
it
1.
Matters. Yep.
Alright, Mr. Clone. I guess he's gonna need to... You know what? Do I need to do that? Yeah, he'll make his own rumble rod.
Okay.
That's gonna be useful.
Fair enough. It is now E101's turn as he dashes towards the original and attempts to attack with all 4 swords.
God, okay. I will attempt to. Yeah, we'll both attempt to blast him, I guess. I will. I'll roll mine first. Like
Okay.
a little arm cannon that comes out my back.
Yep.
That is
Nope.
terrible.
Oof.
Can he just not have so many swords? You know, it's
No.
pretty messed up.
It's literally his whole deal.
Go, clone. No.
No.
These rolls!
As you take 83 points of damage. However, the bullcrap special ability that this guy had with Time Piercer does not work on you. Which is nice, as you have taken 83 points of damage. Please roll me disadvantage Constitution. However, I shall also be rolling for a second attack. Just. If this had dealt 90 points of damage, this would be a different question with that 10. But still, nevertheless, you do not take an additional injury from getting hit by this attack. However, he then goes on the offensive with another set of attacks with his weapons. Roll reaction.
Uh-oh.
The reaction was to die.
Blah.
And return.
Yeah, roll for reaction. For Stan. Meanwhile, Anarche, obviously you're watching this, and Aldous, you're also watching this. However, Fletcher, you've now been let inside of Ten's house. As you're trying to inform him, he literally tells you that he got the call from Felix, and apparently that Felix and Tendra are already on their way. That he has nothing to fear, and that honestly he thinks that this is just a whole mess of stuff that he doesn't really think is a big deal.
No offense, Ten, but we're talking about an archangel and one of the 10 commandments. He's not coming here by himself. He's probably bringing a large army.
Okay, but you do understand that he still has to get into this facility without any of us knowing. On top of that, we have other individuals that are of incredible strength. I am sure that you understand that if they were to try some kind of war, we still have many powerful beings in this city alone, let alone in this country and within this facility.
I'm not downplaying the people. I fought a few of them, and they are quite good warriors. It's just they're also probably bringing Eden tech. So, is your tech comparable to Eden?
That is a fair question. I might not exactly have the same capacity and capabilities of animatology as Eden, but then again, I didn't have the ongoers to basically make everything for me beforehand. But I do have few things that I could pull out for the old time's sake. Follow me. Meanwhile, Felix and Tendra, you appear just outside of the house. The doors are closed.
Okay.
Tendra does go to sort of buzz in, and as Ten says, "Follow me," you then hear the buzz, and he goes, "Ugh. Can anyone just, have good timing today? That would be great." As he goes off, opens the door, and it's Tendra and Felix. The door closes behind you as he pretty much explains the situation, and he said that he was going to show Fletcher something, as Tendra then says, "Wait, you're not talking about," and he immediately stops her and says, "I think it's best that we show them." As the two of you, well, as the four of you continue on.
Yeah, I'm just saying that Felix is
two
not
and
going to
two.
question it, you know. It's just
Fair. As we come back to Stan versus E101. Stan, roll me your reaction, whatever your reaction is.
Okay.
Another Sonic Blast?
Fair question. It's like 4 swords, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's still close enough range for both you and your clone to use reactive shots.
Yeah, can I... Does that make me, like, bleed everywhere?
No, because it didn't cause injury, because you just got enough.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go for my reactive blast.
Okay.
Get the clone to do something.
Okay. The blast works.
Yeah, I want the clone to essentially like transform. Actually, yeah, transform that drill, like underneath him.
Okay. Roll the usage style then. And again, it needs to beat his 28.
Okay.
Okay, you just need to get the second roll now. Then you've done it.
Yeah.
He's only gone and done it. Yeah.
To essentially just transform into like a big ion. Yeah, a big ion kind of sphere with like a hole in the front. Just big enough for sort of an arm to fit through.
Oh, so sort of like something that would clamp onto one of his arms or something.
Yeah, but the idea is it's sort of like a big sphere of ion, where I'm just gonna blast through the hole in the front.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, roll damage. Nice. Yeah, that works. Nice. 41 points of damage. As like it rings like a bell.
We could roll it over on its front so we can't escape.
I'm afraid that is not something that you are able to do, as that is obviously based on your reaction. However, it is something that you can do during your turn, which it currently now is.
Yes. Actually, yeah. I'm gonna use my bonus action. Because why would I not do that? I guess. Oh. Okay. My guy is going to. He can use the remote transformation again, so I'll get him to attempt that. To just basically transform the hollow sphere into a pretty much solid sphere.
Okay. Now she'll try and see if he can break out before this happens. That is a hard roll to beat. I'm not gonna lie. Natural 20. You might have actually won this. So I'm just having a look. think you might have actually done this.
I think you wanted to tag out.
Yeah, actually, that is a good point. And to think you wanted to tag out. I can... Oh, man. If I get a natural 20 on this, not only have I won this particular debate, I'm also saying that I'm going to break the sphere instantly without any damage rolls. And here's why. I am not only rolling with a lower modifier, I can only roll once. So here we go. No, you win. As you
Well, you got
solidify...
20.
No, I had to get a natural 20.
I know.
So as you just go, as you just hear him rattling around, and then it's like, "Let me get."
Quick, roll the sphere as much as we can until he vomits.
I mean, it's solid anyway, so there's nowhere to go. But after a couple of minutes of this being the case, again, it is confirmed that Stan, the man with a plan and a techie, I don't know, a techie hand, win again, as everyone is just cheering for the Kings of the Hill as they're going ballistic. They're absolutely loving this. He is unprecedented that this individual has beaten two incredibly powerful fighters using the same tactic twice.
All is
Come in a box.
As that is the end of that combat. Bill, I would like you to roll me 2 separate d4s to see the percentage of points that you get from these guys. As we now have it as like Anarche and Aldous, you've seen this as Stan has won. The Kings of the Hill are now going to be allowed to have sort of their free time as and and do as and what they need. During this time, does Anarche at least fill Aldous in on what's been going on?
I assume so. He needs to be in the loop of things.
Fair enough.
I think it'd be funner if you did, just like you just
Okay then. Yeah, no, I don't tell him any.
all this just be completely out of the loop, not knowing what the hell's going
Yeah,
on.
no, I don't tell him anything.
You begin to tell, then all this says like, isn't it amazing what Animite has done? It's managed to make like Stan win, and then you think, no, I won't.
Yeah, sure.
Almost
Sure,
immediately after he is rolled out and then is unencased, E101 just immediately appears in between the two of you, and then says,
Right, I got it. I opened the
me.
ball.
appreciated. As he then walks in, but just before he actually does, he then turns to you and goes, "Will you be coming along, or are you going to stay here?"
I'll be coming along a bit later if needed.
He just walks in.
I close it.
All this looks confused.
Look, to be fair, I'm 90% sure he's not a racist, which automatically makes him better from 90% of the people from Eden.
Are you talking about Aldous or the Huskonian?
No, I'm saying that to Aldous. Now he's gone.
Oh.
I'm just saying this out loud with no context.
He's saying it to Aldous, but it seems as though he's talking about the Huskonian that just left.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I mean, I guess that makes sense why you teleported him away.
So the best way to put this is Felix, Fletcher, and Tendra are brought to a specific room with they're basically you're brought to a room where one Huskonian is just sitting there meditating, just floating in the middle of the room, as he then just goes, "I am currently meditating. What do you want?" Now, E88. I might need your help with something. Could you not see that I am busy? Your irritation is understood, but this entire building might actually be destroyed along with everyone inside of it. You have my attention, Father. We're going to need your ability. Finally, something that I can do. He sort of begins to descend as he unfolds his legs. As this guy is like really lanky, grey-skinned, but he's also incredibly tall. He's actually taller than both Tendra and Ten. As he's standing in almost like basically 2.8 meters, he's nearly 3 meters tall. As he just looks over at all of you. So, this is the famous Felix, right?
I don't know how Felix is going to respond to that.
Yes,
Nods.
I've heard a lot about you and Father's exploits, and that must make you a Nage? He points to Fletcher.
No, I'm Fletcher.
Huh. So, the one that can teleport you here isn't actually here with you?
No, but he'll probably be around soon.
Right, okay, so... I fail to see exactly what's going on here. And that is where you come in. We're going to need your abilities, and we're going to need the star. You want us to use that on this facility? Absolutely. Now, Fletcher and Felix, I'm going to need the two of you to do something for me.
Alright.
Anything.
Stand outside, slow down or antagonize the angel, and trust every single detail that I say.
Understood.
Even if
Reasonable
I'm to
request.
give no more information to you, you are to trust me and my words.
Fletcher looks to Felix.
Felix looks to Fletcher.
Fletcher waits for Felix to respond to 10.
We will do our best.
Very well. Then you will go outside and wait for this angelic individual and attempt to antagonize him into fighting you. I would suggest that you get all of your friends along for the ride. And I would suggest that you do your best to slow him down.
Felix will
Maybe we'll do
nod.
one step beyond and beat him.
Even if you can't, do not be concerned. I have a plan. Besides, I've always wanted to test out whether or not my greatest invention would work. Kendra just rolls it at her eyes.
Well, it'll be nice to put a racist in his place.
By the way, just so you know, you might very well start a war if you kill one of the Seraphim. So, do your best not to kill him.
Well, I don't have a creed to killing, so unless it happens accidentally, you don't have to worry about me doing that.
Very well, but I will also warn you about something else. This might actually concern you, Felix. I need you to make sure that you also don't kill him, because if you do start a war, I cannot guarantee the safety of anyone. The last time that Eden got into a war with an island nation, or even a country that they didn't like, they... well... Have you ever heard of Kujoro?
I assume it's time to make a history check.
Absolutely, both of you roll me disadvantage history checks.
Ooh, disadvantage. Ooh.
Ooh.
Very fun.
Gotta love how they're all flat.
So,
Got 3.
so 14.
So you, Felix, you kind of remember hearing about a small country called Kujoro, which was supposed to be like an island nation that actually had it was considered to be tribal, but it was actually supposed to be a smaller nation of Huskonians. But one day the island had a massive eruption, similar to Pompeii, and the whole thing, basically, just the whole island was destroyed. Or at the very least, it was pretty much the volcano wiped out its entire population with no survivors. Fletcher, you don't remember, nor have you ever heard, and you pretty much out loud say, "No, I've never heard of Kajoro." And he then, Tenlin looks at you and then says, "Exactly. That was Eden's work."
Oh.
We'll do our best to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Absolutely. And considering that this individual is known as the Angel of Vengeance, that can only mean that he has currently taken up a similar mantle to the Angel of Destruction. If he does, in fact, wield any of the weapons of Azrael, then we're in for even more trouble, which is why I need you to trust me. It's also why I need you to not kill him. Because if they find out that their Angel of Vengeance was killed, Huskonia might cease to exist, or at the very least, the next island that you are found at.
Understood.
We'll definitely try.
Good. Now, I would suggest that you leave, walk outside, and summon the rest of your team. They're going to need...
I feel like at that moment the doorbell has been rung.
As you sort of like go, okay, yeah, that's fine, and you sort of, walk out, and then as it just keeps getting buzzed way too quickly, and someone lets in E101 as you guys are sort of walking out, as he sort of just barges past you. You're like, okay, sure, whatever. As you, I guess you walk outside?
Correct. Felix will use his band to contact the rest of the party.
Fair. Anarche, you get a contact on your band from Felix. You are at the moment you are currently with the others, as this is just after you've sent E101 away. So Aldous, Stan, you also hear that Felix is on the other side of Anarche's, I guess you could say, band call.
Oh, man. Hello?
Ten is requesting that the rest of the party also helps defend. If you wouldn't mind.
Man, I wanted to relax. Well, are you two coming along?
Where are we going?
Huskonia.
Why?
Hold the.
Alright, to answer your question, why? Because someone's going to attack Ten's place, which happens to be where a certain someone's family is.
Why?
Because racism.
20 questions.
It's just extreme racism, yes. And yes, it is cold there.
Oh.
Anake should know. He fell into the river.
I have my stick back.
Technically, it's not a stick.
That would be great if Stan doesn't give us no, precious, my precious.
Precious is a stick that just stops people using time.
Stick.
Can I have my stick back?
You know, if I didn't have the context of that is
Why do you always have to hog my stick, Stan?
Get off my stick, Stan.
Alright, stop talking about your relationship. We're talking about something important here.
Like my stick?
Stop touching it so roughly.
Yeah. Why do you always have to be so commanding if you just
Alright, so I'll see you guys over here soon.
You'll snap it.
Felix, were they talking about sticks?
I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, probably for the best. Let's just see if they arrive.
So
We get it right.
Don't show up.
So, Stan, do you give the stick back or do you keep it for yourself?
I'll keep it for now. Like,
Okay.
why can't you just make another one?
Because I can. Because it has. I can't do that.
Why?
Because I can.
20 questions.
Why? Why isn't it possible?
Why not, you
Because I-
stupid bastard?
Because the stick has time powers, and I don't have time powers.
Yeah. Hang on. We're not gonna be
Can I have my
fighting
stick back
anyone
then?
with time powers now, right?
No, but I can use it for its other effects.
Okay, I guess you can have this.
I will reclaim my stick.
He
of time.
relinquishes the stick. You now have one stick bracelet.
Yeah, I say stick. It's a bracelet.
Made of a
Yeah.
stick.
Try to figure out. Did I use my natural 20 of the day?
I believe you did before
yes,
the fight.
to fuse. You either yes, because you used it to fuse.
You
One
used
of
one
the
at the end
power
of the
stones.
last day, and then you used another one the day after.
You actually used one today, I believe, because I think you fused the power one of the power stones together.
Can I attempt to put the time back into the stone? I need to get a 27, I think.
Do you need to get a 27? How many power stones are in there so far?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So that what? It goes 10, 15,
15, 20, 25, 26.
26.
Oh, I need to get 27.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you do need to get 27. Okay. Begin!
So I need to get a 12. No.
No. It is still in the stick.
While he's
one!
playing with the stick, I'm gonna go and talk to Pinky.
Fair enough. Pinky questions exactly what it is that you were doing with all the portals and portaling away half of your team.
I'm talking about sticks.
She didn't hear the stick talk.
Thank God.
Do I inform
Don't you
her
think
about
you're
the stick talk? Is that crucial to the conversation that we're about to have?
My question is, what exactly are you doing talking to Pinky? What are you sort of bringing up to her?
I'll probably inform her about the situation, you know, why I was doing X things and why half the team is gone.
Okay.
Essentially, an angel is going to attack Pen's place, which is obviously where Thingamajig's family is. So, we're going over there, I guess.
Well, I'm gonna stay here and do my job, but yeah, that sounds kind of concerning.
Yes.
Do you want me to disqualify the Divines team? I mean, they're supposed to be fighting you guys tomorrow, but if they're
They
doing...
haven't done anything yet. However, if they do something, then feel free to disqualify them.
When you say they do something, what do you mean by the something that they have to do to get disqualified? Considering, obviously, there's fighting on the island without the permission
Anything that would break the original rules, and if they exercise their hatred, let's say, of Haskonians.
Very well.
And obviously, if they try anything against you, because they would probably do that while I'm gone, because they're fucking assholes.
I will keep an eye out, and if they cross any lines, you'll be the first to know.
That's how I like it. Also, when am I getting rent?
I literally do this job for your tournament.
Right.
If anything,
So I need to pay you to give me rent.
Yes, or you could just cancel out both transactions and I just basically live here for free without being paid.
But I'm gonna need money after this one. No, we'll have the discussion another time.
I'm sorry, mister, I have millions on a digital band on my hand.
I mean, that's not gonna last forever.
Just go and save whoever you're saving.
Alright, fine, jeez. Ooh.
As you open a portal, all three of you, I take it, step in and go alongside Anarche.
Can I ask, is anyone in the actual tournament at the moment? In the globe bit?
There will be, yeah, why?
Oh, I was going to ask, while he's talking, can I quickly retrieve my gems?
No,
My
no.
Brugavitz Anonymite?
So the thing is that when you sort of start looking over there, like a team has already been announced, they're already going to their booths. So when you start looking over there, it's like, oh, what do you want to join in and we fight you already, bro? What's your damage? Like,
what's your stance for it?
What a hug.
As eventually you're
I
sort
will.
of called
I'll
over
later.
by Anarche.
Hug the opponents to death.
Stan, I'm going to say, because Bill just said BRB. Stan, I'm going to say Stan is coming with you. I'm assuming Aldous, you're going with Anarche?
Oh yeah. Can I try one last time to put it into the thing? Or
I'm
we'll
going to
have do it
say
later?
later. Yeah.
Okay.
As Anarche, you open up a portal, and you begin stepping through it.
Oh,
Yo,
I want to
report data on the portal.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. I was actually going to say, I'm saying that you're definitely going with them because I didn't know if you were, like, there with us or not because you said BRB. So you go through the portal and you're standing outside of Ten's house. It is rather cold. It's rather chilly.
Can I grab a coat out of my pocket dimension?
How many coats do you have?
One for me. Screw
Fair
everyone else.
Fair enough. You place on your winter coat or your Huskonian coat since you bought it.
What I bought for mountain climbing for 3 days.
That's it. I forgot. You didn't buy it for Huskonia. You bought it to explore the mountain range of the Nostrus Mountains. Yeah.
They made it.
Crap, I just realized I didn't copy the powers over that you give me.
Rip a doodle doo.
I just have to do that before I forget.
So
sort of like-
we
No, go on.
we've been given specific instructions from 10 to just slow him down as much as possible. Do not kill him.
Right.
I
That
know-
sounds very hard.
I know, but try your best to not kill him. Otherwise, we could start a war, and that wouldn't be great.
Right. I see your point. I can humiliate him though, right?
You can humiliate him
Cool.
by all means.
Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, I don't actually know when he's getting here because I'm pretty sure he said he was doing something for another angel first. So it could literally be days. But considering they probably have other people with similar abilities to mine, or teleportation, or any other ability that allows you to fast track the world, probably won't be too long.
I wonder how many Omegans tend to have teleportation abilities.
I don't know. I haven't met many others, surprisingly.
Either way.
You guys are sort of standing there in the cold, just sort of like
I'm going to pull
shivering
out the chairs that we bought.
Just pull out some lawn chairs.
Yeah, we got the
just-
lawn chairs. I'm just going to pull those out. We can sit down.
Everyone's just sat down on lawn chairs, just like sort of
I
shivering.
think we bought a table as well.
We did buy a table. We got
yeah,
a chemistry set. We got like a what kind of oven do we got?
Oh yeah, no, was it an oven? Hang on, I gotta check that.
let me look. Let's see.
Whilst you're sitting down on these chairs and you're sort of
We
just
got
like
silverware, paper plates,
talking about the inventory of weird things that you have in
folding
there,
table, office
you then
chair,
just sort of I'm going to say an
portable
arcade.
oven.
Cards.
You sense something suddenly appear, and it's a familiar feeling that suddenly appears just outside. It's about 50 meters away from the rest of your team.
I swear, if it's fucking Fergus.
Oh,
Stop time!
He throws
As-
a muffin at our face.
As this one
he's come
appears,
to yell.
as this one appears, you also notice a really weird rift open up, and an incredibly powerful being floats through. As you look up, and this guy is also 50 meters away, but he's also about 30 meters up in the sky, as you see a fully armor-clad individual with 4 wings coming out of his back. One made of fire, one made of ice, one made of lightning, and another one made out of light. The individual that you are familiarized with is Fergus. However, the one that's flying, Fletcher, I think, Fletcher, you're the only one who recognizes this guy as Sibakael. As Fergus goes, well, and then you just suddenly hear him go, so it seems as though they have got it. As they both look at each other, he looks up at him, he looks down at him, and he just goes, who the fuck are you? I'm sorry, but you seem to have been in my way. Who are you?
I'm sorry, but this is my nemesis.
Yeah.
As the two of them are looking at each other, well, I got here first, asshole. Well, I'm a more powerful asshole.
We just go back to playing cards, I guess.
Yeah, we're sitting in our lawn chairs, eating popcorn, watching them argue.
Just touch Felix and make him 10 times bigger for this exact moment. This is the moment.
You really don't need to be saying stuff like that.
Also, you're paying that chair if that breaks.
After your stick talk, I don't think you need to be saying stuff like that, Sam.
I mean, why would you not want a bigger daddy all the time?
Stop! Stop!
With my
He's a married man.
How do we mute Sam just for like at least a good 3 seconds?
What do you mean, my super powerful touch to make people bigger?
As the two of them are sort of arguing for a bit, he just goes, I am here to destroy biotech labs due to their creation of the abhorrent vessels. They are abominations upon this world. Well, I'm actually here because I'm currently trying to threaten someone who's kinda getting in my plans at current trying to resurrect certain individual powerhouses so I can wield further greater power.
I feel like their ideologies would clash there.
Yeah, that sounds a bit sus, my man.
He then just looks like, you can hear them, yeah?
While they're doing this, can I change the stick into an actual time stone stick as opposed to being just a 1 power stick?
Yeah, sure. You'd have to roll superpower manipulation, and you'd have to get the bare minimum roll, which I believe. Also,
while they're having this conversation,
yes, it's a time stone stick again.
Can I amalgamate? Can I amalgamate this?
No, because Anarche then had something else to ask.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to shout over to Fergus while they're having this conversation. Oh, by the way, we already brought him back, so... Whoop! I throw up the middle finger.
Sorry, brought who back?
Oh, King Galand, the one you were looking for.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well...
So...
I also found your muffin and interesting wall art as well.
Oh, did you appreciate that? I put a lot of time and effort into that one.
I did. Well, the original me did. I thought it was quite funny. The original me didn't really take kindly to it. But, to be entirely fair, it was a 50-50 as to where I was going. But, to be honest, I wasn't the one who was going there. I went somewhere else. And speaking of which...
to get some new bodies.
You then just hear Mikhail just going, so you're a necrokinetic. Abhorrent, you must be destroyed. I must be what now?
Hey, Sibakael! That reminds me, I used to be working for that guy. He's looking for the Time Seraphim.
Oh yeah, he wants to add him to his collection. Yeah.
Just gonna roll something. Okay, interesting. Just setting him up to just
we're just watching the fireworks. I don't know.
Yeah. We don't need to move.
If anything, the whole point of this was to buy time, and this is exactly what's happening.
Yeah. It came to me there, I was like, ooh, hey.
Let's be honest, Fergus will not win this fight.
I want to see him try, though.
I would like to see him try, but he's not going to win it.
So he then just sort of like commands down a gigantic bolt of lightning, and as it's about to hit, all of you notice that Fergus just disappears as it strikes against the ground. You then hear, "Well, go in immediately for the old Tazy. That's actually kind of interesting there. So you must be... Oh, I heard about you before. Angel of Vengeance. That's it. You're looking for Mr... What's his name? Oh, Maximilian. Right. What a completely empty and pointless thing that is. What, you think that just because he's dead, this entire thing's going to end? He's the only one who can control it, you stupid. And as he's about to say something else, another bolt of lightning comes down from the sky. Or it doesn't. As it goes, you stupid... And then as he does so, he just then like sort of teleports away and then like reappears right next to... sort of like right next to where he was a minute ago. He goes, "Oh, thought something was going to happen then."
Wow.
We just went back.
We're
Ledger
watching a
picked up
game
his
of
car.
chicken.
Did he interfere?
Ledger just picked up his cards.
As he tries
I think we're
again.
just setting up a picnic at the moment, aren't we?
As this time he then flies down to attack him.
How many muffins do you guys want?
Yeah, I was about to ask. Can you give me 2 of them?
No, just
Sure, I'll add that on my list. You can have 2 muffins.
As Simakael slams down and punches Fergus right into pretty much right in the solar plexus.
Ooh, that's a painful hit.
As he does so, plus what else is the damage?
Oh man, I only have 2,994 muffins left. That's a tragedy.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
I
I'll go
know.
buy more.
savory.
We can make it a bigger muffin, though. So it's as good
What
as
was with
3.
you in making things bigger?
What is it? Do you have a or something on it?
No, it's because he
As he
doesn't
just like, I think the muffin... As like he just hits him and then immediately like a massive explosion hits Fergus as he gets like fucking ragdolled backward, slams into like a brick wall that cracks slightly as he slides back down. As he's just like, good one. Right. Yeah, that was a pretty heavy hit. As when he coughs, little bits of smoke comes out of his breath. Not steam, smoke. Like black smoke comes out of his breath. And I want to point
Did
out...
he swallow his cigarette?
I want to point out, he didn't have a cigarette lit.
Oh,
Actually, was the whole point of this to keep them busy?
Pretty much.
I mean, they're doing it themselves at this point.
Can I attempt to heal? Can I attempt to heal him?
no, we're not getting
No,
involved.
that-
We have to
no,
let
don't.
them-
I mean, you
attention
can,
to
because considering none of them are telling you not to do it, because
Yeah.
you're thinking that, you know.
I mean, I don't do anything special. I just kind of like my hands just underneath the table, like Professor Snape just waves.
Okay.
Bam, 28, which is
I don't know.
5 times.
I don't want to.
Roll for
I don't
it.
want to know
Bye.
what your hands are doing under the table.
No,
Oh,
My Christ.
God damn it. 61.
Pretty much almost entirely fully heals him as he like coughs and then suddenly just gets back and it's like, well, that's new. As he then snaps his fingers as like an incredibly large elderly individual like appears as he's basically as big as Felix as he just starts charging towards Simakael.
Can we get some tea ordered, do you reckon? Like
I do
donuts?
have that power now. I do have the power to control water.
I was
And
just
make
thinking,
it boiling.
that's...
And you can
As
control plasma, so you can make a
Simakael
full tea.
basically grabs his sword and pulls it out as he tries to attack this creature. It just grabs him by the head and slams him into the ground as the entire ground starts rumbling beneath you guys as like anything that you're holding is shaking in your hands like would you like a cup of tea? Like you are shaking so violently for a second as Simakael's just
Please.
lying there back on the ground as this thing then brings up a hand and immediately punches him further into the ground.
Joe, I'm gonna pull out my phone. What fast food orders are around Huscania?
I don't think we're gonna get any fast food orders.
No, hang on. I'm not done yet. We got
There
to
is
find out.
there
We
is
don't
one
have
called
Blister.
there is one called Welcome to Huskies.
I mean, do they have a 30-minute or less thing? Because we could definitely win by that.
Yeah,
As,
do they?
As he just keeps pummeling this guy into the ground again and again and again and again until eventually I shall try
I roll
and
to heal him.
What, Sibakael?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
I keep this going as long as I can. 17.
That's
That's a D10 plus 1D8.
That's 1.5
plus
at
10.
least, isn't it?
Yeah, and any injury he gets 2 injuries healed.
Yeah, so you pretty much heal him instantly as he keeps going, and you also remove all but 1 point of damage from him as he just keeps getting pounded until eventually the creature gets stabbed, and immediately unleashing this explosion of fire.
Can I heal him as well?
No, it's undead.
It's an undead,
Oh.
I'm afraid, but
Oh.
it's still interesting. So. The fire that comes from the sword is not red though; it's blue. I'm just now having a look at that. So that's that. So paste, and then that is.
Hey, Felix, do you have any more popcorn?
No, I'm afraid
I can order some if you'd like, and they do some.
As this big behemoth begins to set ablaze as it goes back, and looking actually confused as to why it's even taking damage from the wound that is currently burning through it. As Sibakael gets back up with what looks to be mineral short sword, as he just goes, "Now this is hilarious. It seems as though the two of us are locked in combat, and now an angel of all things is gonna try and beat me. Bring it on, bitch."
Look, these guys have 30 minutes or less on their thing. I think we should be able to get them.
Hell yeah.
Should I stop healing them then?
Alright,
No,
do you want any popcorn? I think they do some. Hang on.
I think in this moment, Felix will text 10 what's going on.
10 says keep them busy for a little bit longer.
So who would keep
That
healing
sends
them
a
then?
thumbs up emote.
Oh, yeah,
They-
keep doing it.
They keep.
Can I see Felix doing that?
I guess roll perception. I guess.
Okay.
Felix isn't particularly hiding it.
Oh, Joe, just to make it easier, I'm gonna order one of everything off their website.
Yeah, fair enough. As it keeps this time, you keep healing both of them, heal. As Sibakael keeps fighting against this big guy, he is struggling because this massive behemoth seems to be almost as strong, and he's still got the blue blazing fire inside of his gut from where he was stabbed, and he keeps swinging for this armored guy. He keeps dodging and dodging, but every now and again gets hit. Slam, bam, heal him again. Bam, hit again, healed again, healed again, healed again. Until eventually he just sort of goes, enough, and soars right up into the sky.
How far away is he?
He's still within your biokinesis range, don't worry.
Oh, good. Gotta keep him healed.
As he just goes, I am done with all of this. He then places his sword back into its sheath, slams his hands together as he begins to glow, as his wings both extend even greater. As he begins to glow a strange glow, and a grand orb begins to form above his head. This orb begins to generate a light that none of you have seen before. Unless, of course, if you've seen any of Anarche's fights.
Like when I made that giant 100-meter sword in Huscania that one time.
Does it look like he's just aiming towards? Does it look like it'll hit us?
As he sort of builds up and up and up and up and up and up, he then takes his sword back out, spins it up so that it's pointing up just underneath the orb, and it touches the tip of his sword as it then begins to glow in this glorious light. As he then says, I've had enough of all of this. Begone! Erased from this world! As it launches towards the building.
Can I?
Going to quick transform.
Actually-
If I have the time to do that.
This is
Can I-
done. Sorry, go on.
Can I mirror space it?
This is gonna be a bundle of reactions that all of you can have one reaction each. I'm not rolling this because there is a specific story required roll requirement. If you don't beat it, your abilities do not work, and I'm afraid a 25 is not cutting it, Aldous.
Damn.
25 ain't cutting it. Okay, so it's
25.
probably a 30 if I was to take a guess.
As this is coming towards the building, you have all one reaction. Aldous, you've used yours. By the way, just as another addition to this, as it's coming towards it, Tender's going, just a few more seconds. 5. And he's sending like another one. 4.
So transforming doesn't it doesn't technically take up an action. So does that take up a reaction?
I'm afraid, sadly, you can attempt to roll it reactively. You need to get a 10 or above to do it. But again, if you want to do it before this thing hits, you're going to need to get above a 25.
Okay, and
as I said, it has to be above 25. So it could be 26, could be higher. As Kane said, it might be a 30.
Trying to see. Since it's a master skill, so
It needs to be a D20 plus 10.
D20 plus 10. Okay. $25.
Damn it! No, not a 25. Okay, we have 3 more. 3 more. You have to beat these rolls, guys. Come on.
I don't think I actually have any actions that can do anything.
So this
You
is all
should
react,
attack.
right?
Yeah,
This is a react, right?
You could
Alright.
make it go into your pocket dimension.
Can I phase crush directly into it?
You want to phase crush directly into that attack.
Completely take it?
I mean, it's
How many
in
how many
midair.
times do you want to die?
This is to save your family. If I blow
I know,
up taking
yeah.
this damage,
You can attempt to
Can I
roll.
do-
You can attempt to roll for something, but you're going to have to explain how you're going to phase crush to an attack that is about 50 meters above your head.
You still have 3 lives
launch.
left.
Okay.
same way I did it in the pocket dimensions. Just force myself down and then up,
Okay.
and hope it carries me.
Fair enough. Let's see if you can last on hope alone. Interesting. Okay. Anyone else want to do any kind of roll, reaction rolls?
No, I will try and shield the building.
What with your energy?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it's very unlikely it'll do anything. But I have plus 10 of those, so if I get a really high roll, I can try and open up a portal to Narki's Phantom Gate, basically.
Okay.
Uh,
What's the size of those portals that they can be, by the way?
10 meters max.
Oh no, I meant
Jesus,
stands.
20
'cause-
it's like, I think it's 6. It's like 6 or 8.
Okay. Okay, so you try to transform in time, Felix, it doesn't work. Aldous, you try to create a mirror space in time, but it already goes past your mirror space. Anarcha, you're like, I need to conjure up some energy, and again, like, you're like, damn it, this entire building is too big, it's going to take me way too long. Stan, you're like, here's the object, I guess I'll try and use that, and then, again, the portal seems like it won't actually reach that range, and it seems also too small for this giant orb. Fletcher, you sort of bury yourself underground using your phasing, and then immediately launch yourself towards it at top speed. As you do so, Ted goes 3. He then launches up 2. He's then getting closer and closer 1. As then he touches the orb just as it's about to hit the building. Your entire body feels this horrible pain as, whilst you're phasing through it, you are still using your intangibility, which means that you technically have no additional mass. So as you're phasing through it, the reason that you're taking damage is because, surprise, surprise, it's infused with willpower. But there's something else about this that is just not right. Now, it's up to you if you would like me to roll this, or you to roll this, Fletcher. Would you like me or you to roll a D100?
I'll do it.
Okay, I just want to point
That's
out
the spirit.
you don't want above 60.
You're just gonna get blasted into the building.
It's gonna be 61, isn't it?
You don't want. You don't want
Imagine
60
you get
or
a full,
above.
you get a full 100.
Of course.
Fuck.
Of course.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
Joe,
Okay.
can you roll one just to see what you would have got?
I absolutely can.
It'll be 61, I bet you.
Let's have a look.
Well, watch as you get like a 2.
29.
So that would have been much
29.
better. That's the one time that I actually would have rolled a favourable D100. Considering every other time that I roll a D100, it's terrible.
Yeah.
So as you go through it, your entire body is fueled and fused with this horrible pain as your body feels like as if it's being destroyed by electricity, radiation, energy, fire, as it feels like it's both cold and also like as if you feel like parts of your body being crushed and cracked and all sorts of things that are happening to your body. As the tip of this thing hits the building, a gigantic explosion happens as all of you are flung backwards. And as this occurs, the entire area just launches all of you. I would like all of you to roll me Constitution saving throws, unless if you have any other thing that could potentially save you in this situation.
Or getting flung away.
Yeah.
Would like flight work in that instance to like stop the momentum, or at least stop me from smashing into something? Or
I'm going to say you can roll me SP in the form of both flight and also an energy protection around yourself.
actually, yeah. What I'll do is I'll do the Susanoo thing.
Okay,
Are
yeah,
we just-
yeah.
You're just getting flung away.
This explosion is theoretically also hitting you as well, but there is a theoretical saving throw that can save you. Anarche is fine.
That's what I needed earlier.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
Can I use flight?
If you want to use flight, but you're not. I will point this out. You won't be able to fly away from getting hit by this attack. All that flight will do is mean that you won't slam into another object, potentially pasting you.
Can I stop time?
I mean, you're already being hit by this. It's not exactly something that you can stop anymore.
What are the many skills? What are the many powers I have?
I guess you could try and roll biokinesis to try and like fix and repair your body at the exact same rate that it's being like hit or hard, or cover yourself in an entire bone armor to try and not be broken into pieces and splattered. Or nature to cover yourself in a giant ball of bush ball.
I think it's just cover myself, but while I get exploded is the best solution.
I mean, if you had,
I should have.
Well, you should roll to believe in animate.
Yes, turn it off.
Fletcher. I guess. No, Fletcher. Fletcher, it doesn't matter for you.
Can I make a portal behind me so that I teleport away?
Sadly,
slightly?
not, because you don't have a reactive portal ability. Actually, what? No, you don't have a reactive portal ability. The only reason as to why Anarche is able to use Susanoo is because it's an SPMA and he has SP Martial Artist, whereas...
It's also one of them is a defensive style.
Yes, it absolutely is, yeah. But you can obviously use your Master Skill mode as well, because it's part defensive style as well.
Yeah.
Then I'll roll to keep healing myself then.
Okay.
23.
Okay. Bill, what about yourself? Are you just going to try and use self-biomass manipulation to give yourself a supercon or additional flesh, or are you going to try and use something to turn yourself into a giant blob of metal, or...
A good question. I'll probably transform into like.
It's just a wrecking ball.
It's just be that hilarious moment that he gets the roll, survives. Sam is like, I got healed, yay, giant wrecking ball, and just immediately kills him.
Exactly.
Maybe I should just
I mean, you
suggest it
know
for
what?
Felix to throw me.
Big metal balls do take impact rather well. I'll probably just end up falling backwards. So, what's wrong with that?
Go for it then.
Roll
Do
and
it.
roll and roll.
Do
and roll.
it. Okay.
If only I had Toon Physiology, this might have worked.
This might
As
have
I get crushed against the wall.
Okay, so what would you like to do, Felix? Would you like to try to roll your transformation?
I think that's the best thing I can do
Fair
in
enough.
this scenario.
Go for it.
Now, typically, it's a 10 or above to succeed, given it's a master skill. So I don't know.
Oh!
I don't know what you're.
So an arcade. Selfish or selfless?
You know what? In this instance, I feel like it's selfless.
Okay. Thanks to that natural 20, as everyone's getting blasted back, and you sort of transform your entire structure, you sort of hold everything and everyone in your field as they are inside of this energy construct with you. As you slam against the wall on the outskirts of this thing, this entire explosion just completely eradicates any possibility of seeing as this massive light erupts, destroying what seems to be absolutely everything in its path. The Susanoo does get hit for this particular damage. I'm assuming that you're still in your Spirit Warrior form,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so now I need to roll something. So I need to have a look at this. Okay. Oh, damn it. Okay. So with this, with this, I'm going to say, what's the ability requirement for this? Is it spirit control?
For which one?
Your Susanoo.
Well, the willpower variant is, however, obviously I'm in Spirit Warrior mode.
Okay.
So I can do the normal one. Technically, it gets all the benefits that the willpower variant would anyway. So
And imbue is part of that as well, isn't it?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Need to roll an additional set of dice. So that's 250. Okay. Minus what's your resistance field?
45.
45.
Unless
okay.
obviously I doubt armament stacks on top of Susanoo, does it?
This particular one doesn't will, and there's a reason for it.
That's fine. Yeah, so 45 would come off of that.
Okay. So that's what, okay. So 45 plus 8, so that's then 53. Okay. Big maths. Minus 53. Yep, okay. So everyone inside of this, and there's a reason as to why this is happening. Normally it wouldn't be this way. Normally it would be... Actually, technically it would be this way, actually, because once it breaks through the Susanoo, it then would hit you and damage you, and
I
then
believe
obviously...
that's how we
then
played it now,
Yeah.
because...
It breaks the 45, hits you, deals damage of 8. However, because of the natural 20, what I'm going to say is it protects everyone in the exact same level, which means that it takes off that much damage, and it ends up from 250 to 98 points of damage. Everyone takes 98 points of damage. If this is breaking your vitality, you must roll me a survival. However, for Fletcher, I'm afraid this does do 250 points of damage.
So does my con roll of 19 work?
I'm afraid that there was...
it's over your maximum health. And it's technically 4 times your
it is
vitality.
Yeah, it is 4 times your vitality. You said you got a 19, right?
Yes.
So 10, 15, 20, 25. You needed to get a 25, so you got 2 below what you needed.
I wouldn't have been able to get a 25 unless I got a natural 20 because I only have +2.
Also, since that completely wipes out your health as well. But there's also another thing. I rolled that D100 for another reason.
Is there anything left of him?
Aldous, you are covered in horrendous burns. As you
Can I use my revival heal once a day?
Can you wait for him to finish first?
Can I wait? Can you wait for me to finish? So you take in 98.
I needed a 15, so I'm good.
Aldous also needed a 15.
Yeah.
Which pretty much means that it's not just basic burns; it is insanely bad. As your entire body, all of your clothing is burned, and all of your sticks are burned. So any sticks that you currently have, any sticks that you have are now completely incinerated. All of your clothing pretty much gone.
So my time is gone, and so was my fortune.
Shit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Thanks.
That's gone. So that's gone. All of that's wiped. Anarche, your winter coat burned to a crisp. Your gi also pretty much basically burned, except from parts of you've basically shonen jumped your character at this point where it's like half of it is missing. It's like a barely on what the other half of your body. Felix, your armor pretty much melts away. However, your knucks are fine, but the rest of your clothing is basically burned. You are now, instead of in a relatively okay-ish sort of suit dress sort of style, you are now basically in chino shorts or jean shorts, basically, as the rest of your clothes are gone.
So the Hulk, but with
yes, pretty much. Yes.
So you said the blood-infused armor melts away?
Yeah, blood-infused armor melts away as well. Aldous, you are covered in severe burns. Stan, what did you get for your... okay.
I actually only needed a 10.
You needed a... No, you needed a 15 because it's 98.
12 damage resistance.
To what?
Everything. Other than whatever I'm weak to as a metal ball, which would be corrosive.
I mean, it is willpower infused, so this kind of negates that, especially considering you've shapeshifted. If you were covered in a metal ball, we would be having a different discussion. But since you have shapeshifted into one, this still affects you. However, since you are a metal ball, none of the stuff that you are normally part of actually takes damage, so all of your equipment is safe, but you have taken an injury. And you need to roll me, I guess, SP to see if you stay transformed or not. Anarche, obviously, as I said, 98. What did you need and what did you get? Oh, no, you got exactly what you needed. And Felix...
My rolls are such an awful.
My vitality is 60 when not transformed.
Okay, so you also took burns. So everyone other than Anarche took burns from this. Holy cow, you de-transform, Stan. As this entire thing just wipes out, and you even, by the way, you even see, Fergus, obviously he said that this was a clone, but you just see him as what? And then just white light and he's gone. Along with the, undead, behemoth. As finally, when the light and the smoke dies down, there is not but an entire crispy crater of nothing. As Simikael floats above this barren wasteland of what was once biotech labs.
My revival heal.
Do it again.
I mean, it's not Phileas, but you know what? It is still a stockpile user, I guess.
It was spent.
I would say in this moment probably nerve at disadvantage.
Nerve with definitive disadvantage, yes.
3 disadvantages.
If only there was a possibility of such a thing.
Okay, so 20.
there's a part of you that doesn't believe what has just happened, but there is also a part of you that thinks 10 promised me that he had an idea, he had a plan. This can't be. You're keeping yourself calm by telling yourself anything to keep yourself within the mind state of this.
I assume my phone melted away, so I can't really.
Yeah, I mean, normally you'd call through the band anyway, but yeah, your phone has melted away. But there is no trace of Fletcher anywhere.
Okay.
And there is no trace of either the undead or the Fergus clone in this area.
I will attempt I will attempt it nonetheless to anyone in my area to revive them. If there's anyone, and also to heal everyone.
Okay.
Because I am in pain. So everyone gets 37 health back. They lose 2 injuries.
Yep, that heals everyone from their injuries. You are no longer
And if
burned, guys.
And if there's anyone that is dead that could be revived, they are revived.
You do not feel any particular sensation of such.
I don't even have a time stone. I can't even look backwards in time to see if what happened. Don't know what.
As Anarche, you are feeling less crispy. As are you, Aldous, and as are you. Well, actually, all of you are feeling less crispy. But Anarche, you didn't actually necessarily have any injuries to begin with, but you just feel a little less dry, I guess is the best word.
To be fair, Felix is still having to deal with the fact that there is molten metal on his body.
Oh, that did eventually slip off and fall away from the sheer force, but yeah, that still hurt. You were about 70 meters away from Simakael. Anarche, the entirety of your Storm God visage is slowly flickering in and out as you were barely just able to keep it up for that long period of time where you had to protect every single individual in your ranks.
Mm. What does I look up to Simakael? What does he seem like he's doing now? Does he seem like he's leaving? Does he seem like he's gloating over the situation? What is he?
I mean, you can't necessarily hear what he's saying, but he definitely seems to be sort of almost like looking up at like the sun, holding his sword in his left hand and his open palm right hand, almost like both up, almost like as if he's about to do like the war cry gesture from Dark Souls, as he's sort of like looking up, almost like as if he's like glorifying what he's just done.
I think I just turn around and I'll open up a portal to the island.
Fair enough.
I won't go through it yet, but I'll just open it and I'll just go.
I'm going to ask you to roll it for me, just this once.
Okie dokie. I think it's just a 20 I need, right? Well.
Okay. Everyone hears and notices the portal opening behind them. As Anarche, what do you say in this moment?
Let's just go.
Yeah, that was kind of a lame mountain.
As you're...
Felix is just standing there staring at the angel. Just trying to process what's happened.
Fair enough. Anarche, as you open the portal and you say this, you notice that Felix isn't paying you much attention. Stan, do you go through the portal yet, or...?
Yep.
Okay.
I wait for Aldous to go through.
I'll just go wait for Felix, because depending on what he does, he might need a hand.
Well, I have to be here, so...
Oh yeah, so we'll all wait for Felix.
Felix, come on. I know it's not easy, but you need to get going.
Felix is going to try and contact 10 for the band. See if anything happens.
You activate your band and you say, 10 Godot of Lada. The band activates and it then says calling. 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 And that is where we shall end this session.
Well, I won't be here next week.
Thank you very much for everyone for listening. I hope that you've had an interesting weekend, but hopefully next time we'll find out what exactly happened to everyone. Is Fletcher dead? Can he be revived? What happened to the entire facility? And also, what is going on with Stan's OP capabilities? Hopefully we'll find out that and more. Or maybe it'll be just a sad episode. But nevertheless, thank you very much for listening, and as always, have a wonderful night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye! Do me a favor.